Welcome, everyone. This is your friend, the DN What If, here with another exciting fanfiction. Today, we're diving into the story of What If Deku Became a Reluctant Hero? If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fanfiction content just like this. Now, let's get started with the fanfic. Cammy, why are there so many effing people here? The boy mutters, annoyed, under his breath, walking very quickly around the building. He's in the building for hero students. And Cammy, why is it so loud? Midoriya Izuku wanted to be a hero once. But he gave up on that a long time ago. Now, he just wants to get by, really. He just wants to get a nice, sweet job as an analyst, and pay off his family's debt, and move to a nice, big house with his mother. He did not want to get cozy with hero students. All the other UA students have very big investments in the hero students. No class wanted to. They are the talk of the town, the apple of everyone's eye, the center of attention, both good and bad. Especially after the USJ incident. Izuku sadly was there. During that incident, all the teachers give him looks now, but no student knows about it. But that's not important right now. Izuku does not have the time to reminisce over his nightmares of drowning and death and the bloodied body of Eraserhead. Nope. Izuku got good at blending in. Because of his quirklessness. The stupid support field trip wrecked his plans and the teachers make way too much small talk these days. Izuku doesn't care that they're heroes anymore. He just wants to move on. But that's not important. Right now, Izuku needs a nice room. To study. Why can't they have a library? Where the F is the library? Why are there so many gyms? Izuku thunders down the hallways during his free PRD and he finally gets to a room that doesn't have muffled noise coming from it. At this point, he does not care if it's a gym or not. It looks like an empty classroom. He's not sure. It looks spacious and there's no numbers on it, but it seems nice. Izuku opens the door. It's not an empty classroom. At all. Eraserhead blinks at the small, green-haired boy with glasses that shoved the door open to his classroom. Granted, the shock is acceptable, seeing as he isn't in his regular room. No, he's doing a stealth exercise with his students. Plus Shinso. A stealth exercise. Which is a quarter of their grade. The boy is that analyst. From the USJ incident. The one who made a DIY taser and electrocuted a villain that went for Shuta's exact blind spot which only professionals have ever picked out after at least 15 minutes of fighting with him. The one who managed to get 2 of his students out the flood zones. The one that Bakugu had screeched at. The one who blew a mini fire extinguisher at Bakugu. Aizawa Shoyuta knows exactly who this kid is. Midoriya Izuku. Age quirkless. Green hair, green eyes, short stature, almost as smart as Nedzu, if given the right training. Lives with his single mother, deceased father. Saddled with family debt. Top scorer in the practical support exams. Teacher's assistant. Probably Powerloader's favorite student. Shoyuta wanted, very badly, to make the kid a hero. Hizashi has a word for it. Something. Shuta's dad senses were acting up. At this point, Shoyuta just admits it. He adopts every hero hopeful he sees. Midoriya was blinking at Shoyuta, face noticeable blank. Shoyuta just blinks back. Midoriya starts to close the door. Very, very slowly. Nope, not so fast. The kid's been avoiding confrontation since USJ. He's not escaping any hero teacher now. Shoyuta shoots his capture weapon at the kid, who yelps as his scarf wraps around his torso and pulls him up to where Shoyuta knows everyone can see. Class, meet Midoriya. He's going to help us with our little activity. I'm what? Put me down, Eraserhead-sensei. I want to study. It can wait. Class. None of you have passed because we got interrupted by this support student. Sensei, I'm sorry, but I still don't. I'm putting a twist to this exam now. Midoriya, held up with his legs dangling, growls quietly, wiry glasses fogging up. Is he really quirkless? It looks like he's steaming. But Shoyuta puts that aside. As he sees his students come out of their various hiding spots around the giant room, from various fake props and whatnot. Shoyuta grins evilly at all the high schoolers. How about we add a small modified game of tag? Midoriya groans. Various versions of ha and sensei is that the support student, and one what the F are you doing here, Deku, were heard. Sho Yuta resists the urge to cackle. Izuku is set down on the ground. He takes a good look around him. Hero students. Hero students everywhere. Izuku takes a better look at the room. It looks like a jungle gym. But a very dangerous one. Why are there spikes? Is that a crane? Sure, maybe it's needed for hero students, but really, if it's just stealth, can't they practice in a safer environment than this? While I appreciate your care for your peers, Midoriya-kun, I'd like to get to explaining the task. Izuku turns red. Like a tomato. Sorry, sensei. He hears a giggle. Eraserhead moves on. Class, you all know Midoriya. We don't need introductions. If you want to talk to him, you can do so after the activity. Everyone else will be given 10 seconds to find a hiding place. Once that is done, Midoriya will have to make his way through the room, and you all have to find him and place this on him. Eraserhead lifts up. He lifts up stickers. Big, hand-sized, circular stickers. Where did he get them from? One pack is much larger and red. The amount of times people put these stickers on him dictate your scores. Eraserhead lifts up another pack. A green one. These, Midoriya will carry. If Midoriya-kun finds or sees you before you tag him, he puts this on you. This will let me know who I deduct grades from. Eraserhead grins again. Izuku shrinks into himself at the sight of it. If I find more than 3 green stickers, you fail. 3? Me. I'm a support student. I barely know any self-defense. How, pray tell, will I get 1 sticker on any of your students? If it was a matter of smarts alone, Izuku could manage. He knows many weaknesses. The costumes alone of all the students are easily their follies. If he just had to PSS off Kaken, he could win. If it was against just that grape creep, he could easily get 10 stickers. But all of them? Midoriya will be permitted to use support items. Izuku feels a smirk grow on his face. A blonde guy, the lightning one. Kaminari? Kaminari-kun looks distraught. Sensei. He gets to use his quirk and support items. The grape creep, Mineta. Mineta lets out a squeaky laugh. He's only a support student. Will be fine. Don't underestimate people, dumbass. Deku was at USJ and he's alive. Clearly, he's got enough in him to beat the sheet out of you. Wait, no please. It is too late. Mineta ends up with a giant footprint on his face. The only reason he isn't burned is because Eraserhead used his quirk on a fuming Kaken. How sweet. Izuku is so touched. His ex-bully defended his honor. Kaken laid off when he learned about Izuku's little family debt. And that he wouldn't be a hero. Granted, he's still a little rude, but Izuku has his ways. Bakugo-kun is right. Don't underestimate your enemies. Now. Eraserhead hands Izuku the green stickers, and gives out the red stickers to everyone else. Don't try removing the stickers, they won't budge. I'll know if you do, they leave a mark. If you remove a sticker, you will fail. Sensei, where did you get these? None of your business, Gyre. Midoriya will not be able to get his own support items. He can only use what's on him right now. Izuku groans, but he knows he has a sharp thing on him somewhere. He'll figure something out. He's an analyst, but Hatsum likes to hang on to him too much. Where's Hagakure? Eraserhead drones out. Izuku stiffened when he felt a presence behind him. Tura was not expecting Midoriya to be proficient in judo flipping people. She really just wanted to take a closer look. She's actually done it before, Aizawa-sensei never said anything about it. Besides, this Midoriya is interesting. Toru is good at judging people. Her classmates. She's not the top gossip monger for no reason, after all. There's something about Midoriya that caught her eye. Something interesting. Toru trusts her gut. And her gut is telling her Midoriya is a very interesting character. But what's up with those glasses? They cover his face so much. Sure, glasses are a cute factor, and Midoriya-kun looks super smart, but Toru is dangerously curious, you know? So naturally she starts to reach for them. The thin, wiry golden frames. Just as her fingers brush them, Midoriya whips around and looks like he sees her. He grabs her arm, shoves her leg, and as she trips he pushes her to the ground. Toru yelped out an "ow, f dash" when she hit the cement floor. Oh, that was gonna bruise. Aizawa-sensei looks at her. Oh no. At least Ishido-chan's laughing. Very hard. It's a little annoying, actually. Toru holds up her hand. Her hand with Midoriya's glasses. Wow, his glasses are off. She whips around to see Midoriya-kuen's face. Deluxe. Midoriya's breathing a little hard, and his eyes look a little too wide. But Toru sees it. Midoriya looks so cute. Freckles and a round face, big eyes, curly hair. Perfect material. Whoa, Mido-kun. Midoriya frowns, eyebrows furrowing. Mido-kun? And give me back my glasses, Hagakure please. He remembers my name? No one remembers Toru's name. No, you're gonna put them back on then. That's what glasses are for, Hagakure. Aizawa-sensei pinches his brow. Both of you. So, Hagakure, give him back his glasses. Midoriya, kindly refrain from beating up my students. Oh, how sweet, Eraserhead-sensei, you care about your students' well-being. What silence is that, huh? Why am I here? If you care about your students now, then you would let me leave. Toru is still on the ground, watching the whole interaction with rapt attention. Aizawa-sensei grinned. No. Kirishima, the redhead looked up. Kindly take Midoriya to the changing room to get a sports uniform. And maybe some sort of armor. I don't care. 5 minutes. Kirishima-kun scurries forward and looks at the general vicinity where Toru is, handing her the gloves she usually wears. He turns to Midoriya. Come on, man. I'll take you there. Midoriya nods, wiping his glasses on his shirt as he follows Kirishima. Sorry, Midoriya. Good luck. Toru shouts out. She waves a glove at them. Oh my Kami, that was so cool. Izuku curls his lips up unwillingly. Kirishima-kun isn't bad. Thanks, Kirishima. Do you know much about martial arts? Man, I wanted to learn, but I kinda started training for hero stuff later than most. I kinda needed it. I don't have a quirk, so we had to take mandatory classes, but then I took it on my own after that. At that, Kirishima pauses for a second to look at Izuku. Izuku clammed up, but after a blink, Kirishima was smiling again. As he opens the door to the locker rooms, he laughs. Ah, that makes sense. It's cool you started early, man. Ojiro, the guy with the tail, he's all about martial arts. Maybe you can talk to him. Izuku relaxes. Kirishima-kun hands him a uniform. Yeah. Maybe Izuku will just get this over with, and his little debt to 1A will be paid, and he can leave. Shoyuta sees Kirishima and Midoriya come out of the locker room, Midoriya wearing a sports uniform with no padding, sadly, but with a belt filled with pockets and small pouches. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Shoyuta didn't quite tell anyone. But this exercise doubled as quarter-year assessment and Shinsu's entrance test. Midoriya didn't really do the sports festival, but he did make quite the impression on a majority of the teachers. The good teachers. All Might is yet to really notice. Shinsu's already here. What's one more student in for an entrance exam? Shoyuta grinned at all of 1A, his signature Cheshire smile. Let's begin, shall we? At the sound of a beep, Izuku opens his eyes. He surveys the room. No one's there, obviously. People are hiding. Izuku breathes in. The gym is a domed room, probably a simulation of some kind, or built to fit inside the building, around 3 stories high. There are mock towers everywhere, no water, and a lot of construction equipment. Izuku has a screwdriver, a textbook, a ballpoint pen, a wrench kit, and Izuku rifles through his pockets as he keeps walking. A tiny blowtorch. Hatsum snuck in something useful. Izuku also saw a fire extinguisher near the emergency exit. He pulls a stray construction wire. It'll work. Where would they hide? 1A is very close. They probably grouped up. Izuku should look for groups. Ambushes would be best. Izuku keeps moving. He stays out and looks around him. He finds a tall building. Lookouts. Lookouts. Definitely people there. Izuku grins and makes his way to the tower. Kaminari whines and plops down on the floor. Why the F is this taking so long? Ashido has to agree. This is taking too long. No one has found Midoriya-kun. In the 10 seconds they got to hide, Yamamoto made them 3 small walkie-talkies. They split into 3 groups. Ashido, Kaminari, Mineta, Uraraka and Shiro were on watchtower duty. And it is so boring. Midoriya really does not go for high ground at all. Then they hear a clunk in the floor below them. I'll go check it out. Mineta, come with me, Shiro says. He uses his tape to swing down to the floor below them through the window. Mineta whimpers and walks down using the stairs. Mineta hears Shiro go, there's no one here. No one. Well, let's go back up then. Mineta starts going back up the stairs when a loud bang is heard behind him. Mineta screeches. Mineta whips around, and a vent has been popped open to reveal a foot with a bulky red shoe on. What the F dash? Who are you? A green-haired head pops out. A boy with freckles and goggles grins at Mineta. Your worst nightmare. Mineta screams. Just then, Uraraka and Kaminari run down the stairs and find Mineta with 2 bright, green stickers on both of his cheeks. He's wrapped in ropes and sobbing messily. He was so fast and scary, and Cammy, I don't want any more boys in this class. If he joins, I'll have 0 chances of. Shiro stuffs a wad of tape in Mineta's mouth. Mineta continues to whine. Kaminari rubs his eyes, annoyed, and asks Mineta, okay, where did Midoriya go? Mineta speaks, but the wad of tape makes it muffled. Shiro cringes as he picks it out. I don't know. He disappeared. He's probably still in the building. But Mineta is right about that. No one quite knows where in the building. You have to be careful. This is our chance to. Uraraka, float your way down and do a small patrol of all the floors. Kaminari, go with her. Ashido instructed. She looked to Shiro and said, Shiro, come with me. What about me? You're staying here, Mineta. They all split up and left a screeching, tied-up Mineta. Really, they were all okay with it. Shiro and Ochako patrolled the higher areas of the tower. Kaminari and Ashido went to the lower levels. Ochako was in a balcony, and Shiro was in the room below her. Shiro, you're absolutely sure your tape won't rip? For the last time, Uraraka, you will not float into oblivion? Shiro. It's him, he's in this room. What? Shiro reels himself up and sees Ochako standing away from one Midoriya Izuku. Said Midoriya Izuku has a FNG blowtorch in his hand. Listen, just stay away and we'll be fine, okay? Midoriya-kun, I respect you very much, but please put the blowtorch down. Midoriya chucks it at Shiro, who screeches and releases too much tape as he jumps away. Midoriya dashes and yanks the tape connected to Ochako. Hands. I need to touch him. He'll float away. Ochako readies herself. And then she suddenly finds her hands wrapped in tape. With a green sticker. She gapes. And then she snaps out of it. Shiro, tell the others. 1 sticker on me, 2 on Mineta. Midoriya cheese. Shiro-kun, wait here, I need to do one more thing. Shiro shoots tape at Midoriya, whose eyes widen. Midoriya grabs a broken door on the ground and blocks the tape. Shiro, just go, we have to tell the others. I'll handle it. Ochako's working her hands out of the tape. The sticker is on her wrist. Shiro nods and jumps out the window. Ah, Uraraka-san, why'd you tell him that? Why are you so dead set on putting stickers on all of us? I thought you didn't care, Midoriya. Midoriya is turned around, fiddling with something. Just keep stalling. Just keep stalling. Oh, I want to stick it to you guys, first of all. Did you happen to be friends with Monoma, by any chance? Oh, Kendo, yes, but not Monoma. Hero students tend to be very self-absorbed. Hey, not like that. It's not quite your fault. But nearly half of UA's funding goes to hero students. It shows the bias, you know? Heroes are good, but the celebrity status is too much. That I can see that, I guess. Do you want to be a hero, Midoriya? Is that why you're here? Ochako's curious now. Why is Midoriya here? Was he really forced to do this? Supposedly, this is Shinsukuin's entrance exam, in a way. Maybe it's his too? Oh no, definitely not. I'll stick with analytics, Uraraka-san. Besides, I don't have a quirk, I wouldn't really fit what people expect of a hero. Ochako's face is open. She's frozen in place. The binds are off her hands, but she doesn't move. She just stares as Midoriya goes out the door. I gotta go get the others. Bye. Wait, no. The previously broken door slams in her face. Ochako groans and runs to the window. Shiro finds the radio broken. Where's Ishido? Where's Kaminari? He needs to go tell them at the very least. So he goes. As fast as he could. He even unties Mineta. They dash down the stairs and find Ishido pouting at a sticker on her elbow and Kaminari chasing after a sticker on his back. What? Where's Midoriya? Ishido rubs the back of her head. Sorry, Shiro. He left. He was too quick. Am I out now? No. We have 2 more chances. Mineta and I have 1, and Shiro has 3, Kaminari says. Oh. Midoriya broke the radio. What? Uraraka runs into the room, her face pink. Midoriya, oh, you guys got the... Sorry. Ishido waves her hands around. Hello. Radio broken. We need to tell the others. Fast. Shiro pipes up. I think the closest team was Tokoyami's team. Yamamo and her team were way over on the other side. Wait, one more thing, Uraraka says. Midoriya's quirkless. Izuku sees the next closest team. They're the sneakiest. Or what? Most of them. I'm gonna pound the effing nerd into the ground. Why the F? Did he join this exercise? What the F was Pikachu's gang doing, getting their radio broken? Shut the F up, Bakugu, a girl hisses out quietly. I strongly suggest both of you refrain from using such crass language, Jirsen. The voice is soon muffled, and then stops completely. Shut up. I'm picking something up. Get ready. Izuku grins. Kyoka is honestly not that sad about her team. They're good. Competent. Some of them are FANG loud, though. She really wishes she went with Yamamo. Yamamo's nice. Shoji and herself are constantly on the lookout. They're one of the ground teams. The other group includes Ojiro, Todoroki, Kirishima, Yamamo, Koda, and Shinso. With her ear jacks plugged into cracks on the cement ground, she tries zoning out the annoying cussing session Bakugu's having while Kyoka is pulling his ear. There are vibrations. She can feel it. Midoriya is close. Coming from the tower. Uraraka's team must be out. Their radio broke, but they managed to gather that Mineta managed to F around and get 2 stickers rather than running. So far, Midoriya got none. Back to Kyoka's predicament. Bakugu has shut up, and the vibrations get more sporadic. Why? Why is it everywhere? Kyoka can hear a heartbeat, a little fast, like the person was running. And then she hears a crash. A loud one. Kyoka shouts, and pulls her ear jacks out the ground. F-. What was that? What happened, Jirachan? What did you hear? Hagakure asks. Shoji's ears weren't in use. Only his eyes. He doesn't seem that affected. There was a loud crash. I got cut out. I need a little time to recover. I'm gonna go and scout, okay? Be right back. Hagakure takes off her gloves and boots and takes off. Somewhere. Kyoka quizzes her eyes shut and tries to tune out the ringing in her ears. Midoriya's too smart. Ow F-ow. Izuku may have fallen off his perch. He was in a very precarious position. On top of a weak structure, trying to lessen the sound he makes. Kyoka is very prone to sound and vibrations. Making his sporadic and not have a pattern could confuse her. And then in a great crash he fell. The perch was made of a mishmash of all sorts of construction supplies. Izuku felt a sting on his arm from a cut. It hurts? He finds a winded piece of cloth in his belt. He finds so many weird things in his belt. As Hatsume's assistant, babysitter, Izuku carries some form of first aid everywhere. He finds iodine and cleans the wound. Then wraps it tightly. Then moves on. The crash was loud. That probably either deafened Kyoka or alerted her of his exact position. If it did deafen her, then someone would have noticed such a big crash, especially the guy with a bunch of limbs, Shoji. Kaken's in this group, furiously rubbing his red ear and inspecting his surroundings. Not subtle. At all. Tokoyami is nowhere to be seen. Jiraiya must have retreated to who knows where. Maybe they have a hideout? Hagakure's gloves are discarded on the ground. That's a problem. Luckily, Izuku has a way to solve it. Toru sees Midoriya. She sees him. He looks a little rough and hurt, but actually not bad. The goggles are such an eyesore, Kami. But they add to his support student charm. Now's not the time for your musings, Toru. Get your head in the game. Toru observes. Midoriya is inspecting something a little far out. Her team, perhaps? And he's muttering. Something about moving around. She isn't sure. But she goes back to her team to relay her information. TC, shitty nerd is probably gonna make his move. If we keep stalling, you're gonna lose ears. Why aren't you gonna lose? I'm smarter than losing against Demon Deku, that's why. Whatever you say, Bakugo-kun. All I'm saying is that he said he wants to move around. He knows how to sense me or whatever, so my attacks may not be effective. Shitty nerd already wears glasses. You really think he has enough eyesight to see you? He judo flipped me last time, Bakugo-kun. Jiraiya pinches her brow. She has a headache. Both of you. Shut the f up. Shoji reasons with the team. Midoriya's making a move. In this case, it's best if we go after him first, before he can get the upper hand. Clearly, we can trace him from where Hagakure found him. Everyone agreed. So they moved out. FING Deku was too much. Katsuki was fine when he joined support. It's much safer, and he won't get any attention taken away from Katsuki. He wanted the safe option, he wanted to be an analyst, and then he FS around and ends up in their exam. Is he out of his mind? I'll be an analyst, he said. Katsuki growls, stomping after his teammates. Analysts are always in need, he said. I'll get paid well, he said. Stupid even Deku, lying about that sheet. He knew not to take sheet from Deku after he started fire extinguishing him. Now's not the time to sheet talk Midoriya, Baku. Tokoyami's up higher, he has sights on the target. I'm gonna pound Deku into the ground. While I appreciate the enthusiasm, I suggest you dial it down, Bakugo-kun. Katsuki cheese at 4 eyes. Watch out, Deku. Oh shit. You found me. Wow. Izuku doesn't even try to sound shocked. He is a little scared though. Kaken is fuming. His face, figuratively, and his hands, literally. Okay, how about we just talk first? Hey, I did not. I'm gonna kill you, nerd. F dash. Izuku did not get the chance to get a fire extinguisher. The blowtorch would not help here. Izuku runs and pushes himself of a wall and to the side, shooting past the hero students. Hagakure is wearing her gloves. She specializes in stealth, but not much in fighting. Shoji's pure muscle, like a bull. Tokoyami is long range, but he's defenseless on his own. Jiraiya's somewhere in the middle. Ida and Kaken are a problem, as is Dark Shadow. Izuku rummages through his pockets. Please, Hatsume, don't fail me now. A flashlight. Izuku spots Tokoyami and turns the flashlight on, slicing it through Dark Shadow. Deafening screeches fill the room. Shoji and Jiraiya are down, probably for the next 30 seconds at most. Izuku runs forwards and manages to slap 3 stickers on Shoji and 2 on Jiraiya. He keeps the flashlight on and runs to Tokoyami, who's still frozen in place, holding Dark Shadow. He hops away from Izuku, and a really weird game of keep away is played. Tokoyami's around Izuku's height, but is he wearing platforms? Platform leather boots are very impractical in fights, Tokoyami-kun. Try dialing it down. Izuku feints a punch and goes for Tokoyami's legs. He gets 3 stickers on his opponent. You take the advice into consideration, Midoriya? Izuku nods, grins for a short moment at him, and turns to see 2 gloves helping Jairu up. Jairu soon flees with a radio in her hands. Izuku has other problems on his hands. A hand yanks the back of his shirt and throws him at the wall, back first. Izuku gets all the air in his lungs knocked out. Kaken, a little? Izuku coughs. A little harsh, man. What the F dashed it? What are you doing here, Deku? What the F dash? Kaken is holding him up in the air by his collar. It's choking him. His neck is extremely constricted. Izuku can feel his face turn pink, and he swats at the bulky gauntlets getting in his face. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Let go, Kaken, you can't kill me during a school exercise, Izuku wheezes out. No. Izuku keeps kicking at Kaken. In vain. Kaken slaps a red sticker on him. Just then, the hold on his collar loosens, and Izuku pushes him away, trying to catch his breath. Big gasps for air. Izuku's face is still red. He adjusts his glasses. They have scratches on them. I didn't want to join. Eraserhead just forced me in as punishment for intruding. I was gonna study. Like I'd believe that shitty nerd. You know what? I'm not dealing with you right now. What? Bye, Kaken. Hagakure, where are you? Izuku sings out. Naturally, Izuku doesn't get an answer from Hagakure. He does hear the anguish screams of one Bakugo Katsuki. Toru is running away. In the same direction Jairu went. Shoji is out, as is Tokoyami. Mineta apparently found a sticker on the back of his cape. He is also out. Midoriya is a really fun guy. So fun. Fantastic. The other group does not seem to know he is quirkless yet. They made plans for dealing with his quirk, and before Jairu-chan could say anything, the radio cut out. It might be Midoriya. That's what Toru thought. Then she heard the fast pat-pat-pat of footsteps behind her. It was Midoriya. Toru shrieked. She shed her gloves and boots and swerved. Midoriya pulled down his goggles and turned on a flashlight, waving it around. When it hit Toru, a burst of light erupted around her. Toru yelped and stopped running. Midoriya was hissing and squinting at her and ran towards her with stickers in his hand. And then he stopped. Can you just put these on yourself? Somewhere? And, do you need a shirt or something? Are you not cold? So sweet, even when defeating his enemies. Toru sighed and slapped the 3 stickers along her arms. Thanks, Midoriya. I'll just go now. She trudged off to where Aizawa-sensei would be. Aijiro bit his lip nervously. Jairu ran in waving around her radio talking about Midoriya being quirkless. He gets it's an advantage, but it still feels wrong letting it out like that, like it's a big secret. Judging from all the stickers, it doesn't really matter whether he's quirkless or not, doesn't it? Oh, should we dial down on our attacks, then? I don't think we need it that much. Yamamo pursed her lips at what Ojiro said. Todoroki didn't say anything. Koda was sweat dropping, and Shinso just looked dead inside. Are you stupid? He got 2 people out already. He only got 1 sticker. From Bakugo. A loud horn was heard. He got 3 people out, more like. That's a little quirkist, Ojiro. Don't underestimate anyone. Ojiro cringed at Shinso. Just saying. Aijiro frowned. Shinso's right, Ojiro-kun. Midoriya's pretty good at this. We should keep the plans. Ojiro pauses. Then sighs. Yeah, sorry. You're probably right. Aijiro nods. Jairu speaks. I rushed here because I thought Midoriya already got you guys. But Hagakure was behind me and she's not here. And I heard a scream. The atmosphere turned grim. Hagakure must be out. And then Shinso groaned. This is slowly becoming a serial killer movie. No one split up. We can't be dumb like white people. Good idea, Shinso. Aijiro frowns. Hey guys? Where are the people from the tower team? Kaminari really needed shockproof gear. He really thought a leather jacket was enough? Izuku slapped 2 more stickers on him. Done. Way. Izuku patted his head. There, Kaminari-kun. You actually saw me this time. Got very close to getting a sticker on me. But you need some serious costume changes. Why are all your costumes so shitty? Izuku moved on, shaking his head. Ashido. Uraraka. Sir. They all don't seem like people who would underestimate him. But Ashido is very flexible, but focuses on close-range attacks. Her acid's a derivation of sulfuric acid. Izuku took out his water flask. Should he? It's risky. Izuku doesn't know if Ashido is resistant to toxic fumes. He won't do it. Ashido's for later. Izuku won't deal with it now. Now that he thinks of water, where's Azui? Tsuyu retreats into the darkness, her camouflage coating her once again. She'll make her move. Soon. Izuku sneezed. As quietly as he could. He slaps himself mentally. He needs to focus on quantity. If he gets stickers on as many people as possible, he gets all the more reason to stick it to Eraserhead that he made his students feel like sheet, and said students should dial it down. 1A students are nice. But Midoriya Izuku is a little bitter. Bitter about his status, bitter about all the times people have stepped on him, bitter about the way people have used him to do their chores without his consent. This exam is an example of it. It was never meant that way, but it still felt like it. Now it's his chance to stick it to the hero students. Just one time. Just once, he wants to come out at the top, just for himself. Just once, he can be the better one. He'll have to thank Eraserhead in a way. The exam is fun. It gets him pumping. It's funny the way the hero students react. He still wants to cuss Eraserhead out, though. He's fully capable, Bokogu Katsuki is his childhood friend. But that's for later. Right now, Izuku is right at his target's door. And he's going to scare the living daylights out of them. Where would he be? Where's he coming from? Tsu-chan has a radio, but she hasn't gotten much of a clue. But she saw him somewhere to the north. North? He got Hagakure where I was coming from. The opposite direction. He could have ran, Jairu. Guys, I really think we should. Everyone shut up. Someone's near. It's Midoriya. Everyone immediately snaps into position, whipping around to find Midoriya. Running. And then the floor is dense with Todoroki's ice. Uraraka floats a few people off. A green-haired boy yelps, yanks his foot in vain, and whips out a blowtorch and starts warming the ice trapping his feet. Rude, Todoroki-kun. Where did you get a blowtorch? Wouldn't you want to know, huh? Todoroki can't say anything. He stays in place. Midoriya sighs and moves on. He sprints for the nearest person, still stuck in ice, and slaps 3 stickers on them. It was Ojiro, whose tail slammed into Midoriya. Midoriya choked, but was otherwise fine. Sorry, Midoriya. It's fine. Yeah, but you have another red sticker, by the way. From me. Midoriya touches his back. So it is. But I guess we're even then, huh? Kind of, anyways. More people break out the ice and stalk towards Midoriya. Midoriya stands up, shakes himself. Then he stays still. Everyone waits for another hit. Midoriya runs out, instead. Dodges the red stickers, and slaps green ones when he can. Class, 30 seconds left. Midoriya slaps a sticker on someone's leg as he ducks and rolls. He keeps moving. He jumps as someone swipes his legs. He keeps going. A buzz. Another buzz. Koda's out. Kirishima has 2 stickers. Shinso has 1 sticker. Yamamo gets 2 stickers. Uraraka is out. Someone brushes his back. And the bell rings. Midoriya is out. Izuku pouted. He couldn't see that Todoroki kid in action. Shame. It's over. I can go study for my test now. Netsu-san makes good tea, maybe I'll go there. Well, good luck with these guys, Shinsu-kun. Kaken, you're still a pain. Everyone was very fun to fight. Bye. Midoriya-kun. Please stay right where you are. Huh? What's this? Why can't he leave? The students are getting ready for their scores. Izuku can leave now, right? Izuku stands and stares at the leaderboard, bored. Anxious faces around him whine about failing. It lights up. Nearly everyone passed. Everyone except for Kaminari and Mineta. Whoa. I barely passed. Thank Kami. Congratulations. The highest score is Azuitsu. Frog Girl. Izuku turns to her. She has 0 stickers on her. Obviously. She bid her time until the end. She must have been the one to tag Midoriya out. In this scenario, it's smart to do so. Patience is a virtue. Many people went for the kill as soon as they could because that's what you do with villains, but… Shut up, Deku. Kaken snarled. He's fuming. A little too much. He found the sticker Izuku snuck on him. Bulky gauntlets can hide a lot, after all. Izuku turns back to the leaderboard, away from the fuming blonde and his friends laughing at said blonde. Why is he on the board? Eraserhead Sensei? It's Aizawa. Aizawa Sensei. Why am I on the board? It's there. Midoriya Izuku. Right below Azui-san's name. He got 2nd place. Why the F is the nerd better than me here? Because he got a sticker on nearly all of you, Bakugo-kun. Don't start. Sensei, why am I on the board at all? Go with it for now, Midoriya-kun. You'll see. That's so ominous. Wait, Midoriya. Shinso frowned and took off his voice modulator. He pointed at Izuku. This isn't an entrance test for you? No? What? Aizawa Sensei. Aizawa ignored him. He started to rattle off the results. Shinso, you're in 4th place. Congratulations. You're a hero student. But I didn't get a sticker on him. I wasn't just assessing that. It was also leadership skills, battle strategy, actual stealth. Most of you just went charging at Midoriya-kun when you should have played the long haul like Azui did. But teamwork was good for most, and you lasted fairly long against an analyst student. With prior martial arts training, apparently. Why isn't that in your file, Midoriya-kun? It's mandatory for the quirkless to get some form of training. They glossed it over in my middle school file, Izuku muttered. Todoroki blinks. You're quirkless? Shinso furrowed his brow. You didn't know? He's, like, the only analyst. How have you not heard of him? Dang. Thanks, Shinso. I'm quirkless. If anyone says anything, Izuku glares at Mineta, whose mouth stays hanging open. I'm gonna make your hero career a living hell. Midoriya-kun. What have I said about threatening my students? Only for when they deserve it. Midoriya-kun. Not to do it. But that wasn't a threat. It was a promise. Izuku could hear someone whimper and gulp. Aizawa rubbed his forehead. Nedzu usually can predict many things. He was only half right this time. He knew Aizawa-kun would, one day, slam his door open about a topic related to one Midoriya Izuku. He knew Midoriya Izuku would enter his office sometime that day for their tea chat. He's an analyst himself, after all. It's his job to talk to the analyst student. He wasn't quite expecting Aizawa-kun to slam his door open with Midoriya-kun behind him on the same day. Midoriya-kun being poked forward and into Nedzu's office by Aizawa-kun. It's almost comical, the discomfort on Midoriya-kun's face. Nedzu smiles. Gentlemen. Lovely day. What can I do for you? Can I get an extension on the test? Aizawa-sensei wouldn't let me study. Nedzu resists the urge to lean forward. Of course, Midoriya-kun. Aizawa-kun. What about you? Put Midoriya-kun in the hero course. That came fast. A little early. At least 6 months early. Really, Nedzu would be generous, give it until 2nd year. But he's fine with it happening now too. You do, technically, have no open slots. Your class would now have 21 students, yes. Shinso passed. Somehow you know. But yes. You'll need to clear 1 spot if you want to bring Midoriya-kun in. Mineta Minoru. Several complaints of SXL harassment, 2 of which were caught on camera. Failed his quarterly exam. Caught peering through a hole into the girls' locker room. HM. And why has this not been reported before? Aizawa-kun opens his mouth, but Midoriya-kun's quiet voice starts to mutter. His uncle is on the school board. He buried evidence. But a student videotaped it. He even made a pass at Hatsum. Naturally, more evidence popped up. Aizawa-kun blinked at the younger boy. Nedzu tilted his head. That's very important information. Thank you, Midoriya-kun. The boy looked up, wide-eyed between the two adults. And then he turned red. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that aloud. It's all right, Midoriya-kun. Aizawa-kun, you have an empty spot. Yes. And Midoriya-kun participated in the quarterly, as Shinso did. Tallying his skill, he should be able to enter. Nedzu's whiskers flickered. Midoriya-kun's eyes begged him to say no. Begged. Aizawa-kun just looked resolute. Nedzu grinned at the two humans. I don't see why not. What? What do you mean, I don't see why not? Nedzu-sensei, don't I get to consent here? Doesn't my mother get to consent here? When are we putting this on paper? No, wait, why am I not being asked? Your mother will be notified shortly. In the meantime, Aizawa-kun, explain your actions, please. Midoriya-kun, why did you join the support course again? Because I like analytics? Why else? Because I want to make money. The heroes make money too, you know? Yeah, but they get PR issues too. And fame. And I just want a nice, quiet desk job. You could have easily become a business consultant. Or a psychologist. I've seen your file, Midoriya-kun. The only school you applied to was either general or support. Why? Izuku rubs his eyes from underneath his glasses. He knows he has black circles. I'm good at analyzing heroes. And to some extent, villains. I've been told I can't be a hero by everyone. Everyone. My mother was literally my only ally. All because I didn't have some stupid quirk. So fine. I can still help. Even if it's from the sidelines. Analysts are very wanted because there's such a rarity in this field. I'll go for it. I'd be respected more. I won't get any death threats, probably. I can still help. I stuck to heroes for a while. And then some shit happened I'm not gonna talk about. At that point I gave up. Izuku whips up to look at the tired man in front of him. Then you come waltzing in and telling me I can become a hero. What's up with that, huh? Aizawa-sensei looks. He looks understanding. The hero industry is a mess. I know. They put people who aren't flashy or cool at a disadvantage. Quirkless people, mutants, villainous quirks. It's skewed to people who are too much like heroes from 200 years ago. But times are changing, Midoriya-kun. Even after 2 years. I'm not going to tell you that it all depends on your heart or that quirks don't matter. Because they do. They give you fame and respect. But at their core, quirks are tools. And everyone has a strong point. Be it smarts or brute strength or spite or a quirk. And you have yours. You just have to cultivate it. Izuku pursed his lip. He could use support items. And Eraserhead is rendered quirkless in many cases, relying on hand-to-hand. Many heroes have been in that situation. But he's still hesitant. Aizawa-sensei sighs. The average pro hero in the top 100 gets paid triple the amount of a police officer. Izuku's eyes widen. Then he smirks. And he adjusts his glasses and leans forward to prop his elbows on the table. I have a few conditions. But if you fulfill them, we're golden. Nedzu taps a claw lightly on his desk. So, you still want to be an analyst. And take classes in support and the hero course. Yes. I don't have a quirk. I'll have to rely on support items a little more, anyways. And I'm good at analysis. Okay. That can be arranged. Aizawa-kun, you want Midoriya-kun in your class, and not 1B. Yes. Yes. And Midoriya-kun wants to have full liberty to change all his classmates' costumes. With the help of the design department. Of course. Of course. Nedzu stares at the two people in front of him. There was meddling and haggling and bickering that Nedzu has heard happens in business rooms and flea markets alike. Both being equally formidable. He has no issues with any of what they said. He rapidly types it out, hops of his chair, and gets the paper. I have the papers ready. We can have a parent meeting with your mother on Friday. Would you like it to be here or at your home? That here's fine. Nedza hums. He wants to see Midoriya-kun's home life. We can discuss it further during the week. Kindly notify your mother today, Midoriya-kun. Nedza gets off his desk and stands. The two humans in front of him follow. Thank you, Nedzu-sensei. It's no trouble, Aizawa-kun. We're halfway through lunch break. It's best that Aizawa-kun goes to take his nap, and Midoriya-kun eats and studies for his test. Hey, didn't I get an extension? Yes. An extension of 5 hours, so it's at the end of the day. Get going, gentlemen. That's cheating, Nedzu-sensei. Have a good lunch, Midoriya-kun. I think they made katsudon. Nedzu pushes them out and shuts the door behind him. And then he cackles. Oh, the fun has just begun. Inko blinks at her son. Hero course? You joined a hero exam? I was trying to study, I didn't mean to. That's not the point. Are you hurt anywhere? You were in the same room as Katsuki. I'm fine. I got healed. Recovery girl was there. Inko relaxes ever so slightly. Are the hero students all right? Izuku grinned at that. Cheeky kid. Izuku. Okay, I'm sorry. They're fine, I promise. No broken bones, no one's dead. I think the grape pervert got traumatized, though, Izuku mutters at the end. The one that was rude to Hatsum-chan, dear? Yeah, him. Inko humps and crosses her arms. Good riddance. Oka-san. Izuku laughs. Inko giggles. But then she sobers up. Focus, Inko. But, Izuku, do you want to join the hero course? Izuku goes quiet. Pensive. Inko remembers everything. Hisashi dying in that bombing. And the debt. Izuku had to get a part-time job last year, thankfully in a nice area, with safe conditions. Her son shouldered so much, and then on top of it all his dreams were stolen from him so young. But would he take what he's getting now? He loves analysis. He likes what he's doing now. Inko knows. But she still remembers her toddler in an all-might onesie running around the house, saving her. I think I will. Wait, really? You will? Are you sure you want to let go of analysis? I'll support you either way, but... No, Oka-san, look. Pro heroes get paid. A lot. I could probably get more analysis jobs if I simply just start interning more. A hero's first paycheck is more than enough to pay off what's left. Izuku, you wouldn't do it just for the money, would you? Her son's smile shrinks, becoming less calculative. And more kind. A little sad. I do want to help people. The system is flawed, and it might be hard, but... I think, deep down, I never stopped wanting to be a hero. I want to try it. I want to try again. Inko stared at her son. His round face, his big eyes, his sad smile. He means it. He means it. Inko tears up. And she sniffled. Oka-sen, now I'm gonna start crying. My son wants to be a hero again. Izuku, let me cry. Izuku blinks rapidly and hugs her tightly, laughing wetly. Thank you, Oka-san. A day after the test that Izuku got a 5-hour extension on, Higuri-sensei calls him up to the front. So, hero course, huh? Yes, sense. But I'm still going to join support classes. Higuri-sensei nods. Good. You can still herd in Hatsum. I'm not throwing any of your side projects away either. Higuri-sensei slides him a piece of paper. Fill this out. It's for internship applications. You'll be a little behind, but if you do it now, you'll be a little more on track with the other hero kids. Izuku takes the paper. Later, at lunch, he scans the crowd for a certain Shinso-kun. Izuku says, grabbing the taller's arm. Shinso stiffens, but looks at Izuku and relaxes. What? Midoriya. Don't say anything. Just come with me for a second. Wait, ow, how are your twig arms too strong? Bye, Uraraka Ida-kun. Izuku drags Shinso to where he usually sits with Hatsum. Why am I here, what the foo? Hey Shinso. How's the voice modulator work? Oh, it's better now. Much clearer. Thank you. Midoriya. Yes, Shinso-kun? Why am I here? Izuku slides his application form forward. I need help with my internship application. And you're a hero student. Shinso blinks at the paper. Then he sighs. And then slides the paper closer. Oh, I think you can leave the hero name part blank for now. You have to ask Kiyama-sensei about it first. Are you going underground, or limelight, or rescue, or what? Probably twilight. Or rescue. I'm not sure yet. Izuku scribbles out the bow for twilight. Nice. A mix. Good choice. You can change it later, if you want. Anyway. Midnight is the only Twilight hero I know, and she works for the Underground Agency and freelances, so the Underground Agency is a good idea. Write that down. Izuku does. That's right. There aren't a lot of Twilight heroes. I want to focus on hand-to-hand, or a hero who relies on support items and stuff. Well, there's Gunhead, I guess. And Eraserhead himself, but Aizawa-sensei's already our teacher. Hatsum, with her mouth full, says, Go Knight. He's an analysis hero. It'd be great for you, Mito-kun. Izuku cringes. I don't want to. Nightie's a die-hard All Might fan. Izuku hasn't liked All Might since he was 4 reasons. A tall building. A looming figure. There's slime all over his hands. Or is it blood? Midoriya. Shinso snaps his fingers in front of Izuku's face. Izuku jolts. Then he shakes his head and fixes his glasses. Right, yes. Sorry. I'll apply for Gunhead, Night Eye, and the Underground Agency. Yeah. Thanks, Shinso. You can Bye. Shinso frowns at Izuku for a few seconds. But he steps away and leaves. Izuku rubs a hand over his forehead. Mito-kun. Hatsum's voice is quiet. Unnatural. Are you okay? Izuku forces a small smile. I'll be fine, Hatsu-chan. Don't worry. What are the odds of him getting into Nightie's agency, anyways? It's notoriously difficult. Izuku will be fine. Right? On Friday, Shoyuta is sitting on a small couch in the Midoriya's small apartment with Netsu next to him. All Might decided to take the chair. The chair is barely holding on. Technically, Yagi doesn't need to be here, but he is. Midoriya-kun stiffly walks in with a tray of tea for everyone, and then takes his seat. Midoriya-san is a short, plump woman with a tired but kind face. She looks almost exactly like her son. She looks familiar. Netsu-san speaks first. Midoriya-san, thank you for having us. We're here to discuss your son's move to the hero course. Aizawa-kun here will be his homeroom teacher. Your son will be joining just after the quarterly grades have been released, in time for the second half of this semester. His classes will be the same, but time with support will be made for hero classes. His analysis and support classes will become more of an extracurricular, instead. Midoriya-san is nodding. She takes Midoriya-kun's application for internships and scans it. Midoriya-kun says, why do I get an application form? Only other person who got one was Shinso. Is it the sports festival? Shoyuta nods. The other hero students got offers through the festival or through other students. Both you and Shinso weren't able to get any offers because you weren't hero students at the time. Midoriya-kun nods slowly. Then he looks to his mother. Midoriya-san looks back at her son, and there's a silent conversation. The green-haired woman smiles, and she turns to Shoyuta. I heard UA is building dorms. Izuku won't be at home as much. But while he's in the hero course. Midoriya-san bows. Please take care of him for me. Izuku runs toward the cafe. Sheet. I'm late, stupid. All Might went to my house. But, it's set. He's in the hero course. 2 weeks from now. He slams the door open. And then he shouts, I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Nakamura-san turns around from her locker. You're right on time, Midori-kun. My shift just ended. Nakamura is 20 and in art school. She consistently laments the life of a broke art student. Izuku exhales. Thank Kami. Thank you. Are you going to the stationery shop again? Nakamura-san snorts. No, I have to study. I'm staying in the cafe for a bit. Izuku walks to his own small locker and places his bag inside, taking out an apron. He checks the time quickly. On Fridays, his shift goes from 5 to 7 and 3 to 6 on Saturdays. It's not too bad. Most of the customers are nice. Decently located near both home and school, but Izuku doesn't usually see anyone from UA. He sees the others, and he waves quickly and works at the counter. During his break, he bursts. Eraserhead was in my house and I'm joining the hero course. Harukuin spits his water out. Midoriya what? Izuku nods, his guts twisting up. Harukuin is another high schooler, second year. He's lazy, but he gets extra money out of the job. Harukuin's eyes are currently bulging out his face, spiky orange hair sticking out from his head. Izuku sighs. He's not being rude, Harukuin isn't a bully, or anything. He's just ignorant of everything around him. Mori-san pokes her head in the room, blonde braids swinging behind her. Midoriya-kun, Harukuin, breaks over. Midoriya, get to the kitchen. Harukuin, get your butt out here, your break ended 3 minutes ago. Harukuin stumbles. He pats Izuku's head and says, we are talking later, that's so cool Midoriya, and follows Mori-san out the door. Just as Mori-san is about to close the door behind her, she swings back, cracks a grin, and says, congratulations, Midoriya-kun. You'd make a great hero. Now get to the kitchen. The cookies sold out again. Izuku laughs and goes to the kitchen. Maybe he'll be a good hero. Maybe he'll help Oka-san. He's getting a chance. He'll take it. Toshinori poofed into his scrawny form when he got in the car. Netsu-san looked satisfied. Toshinori saw the kid's file. Midoriya Izuku, he was promising. Granted, he didn't seem keen on being a hero, but he had a spark in him. He feels like he's seen Midoriya before, but he's not sure where. Nana always talked about it. The spark. The look of a hero is clear as day in someone's eyes. Midoriya Shounen was stiff and shy during the meeting, but he spoke out, and he had promise. He managed to catch the eyes of teachers to get into the hero course. But the boy's quirkless. And sure, not everyone's the same, but Midoriya Shounen would appreciate help, wouldn't he? Toshinori remembers himself when he felt helpless. But he felt like he could face anything and everything at the same time. He saw the tiredness and weariness in that boy. He's been through much. But Aizawa-kun told him about the exam. It's impressive his skill. Yagi doesn't remember, but he was at USJ, too. Toshinori knows this is the right decision. It will be perfect. Midoriya Shounen will be the next user of One for All. That is the worst decision you've ever made, Izuku starts. Hatsu-chan pouts at him. It's not convincing. Her crosshair eyes still look maniacal. But Midori-kun, you told me I could design a support weapon for you. Yeah. One that won't kill people. Why are there so many spikes? Izuku gestures at the monstrosity on the lab table. It looks like soccer shoes, but there are metal spikes around the edges and a knife. Come on, Midori-kun. You've said it yourself. Hatsum is tweaking something along the lines of her heat vision goggles as she speaks. You're good with your legs. When I first met you, you almost roundhouse kicked my face off. This is perfect. Izuku glares at the pink-haired girl. I thought we wouldn't mention the incident again. And I literally just wanted enforcers. Not spikes. Izuku's fingers are twitching. Hatsu-chan just cackles. Everyone turns around when they hear Hatsum may cackle. She sighs. Okay, Midori-kun. I'll put it in storage. Not like you really need them anyways. My moms were terrified. My face was as pink as my hair. We don't talk about the incident, Hatsu-chan. Hatsum just cackles again. Higuri-sensei sighs. He's fairly certain everyone in the room except Midoriya is traumatized by the laughter of that girl. Izuku zooms back into focus. I need to finalize my license for a blade during the hero exam. Netsu-san sent me all the details, but there's so much. You have, like, a few months before that exam. It's fine. Don't you usually use a staff, anyways? Yeah, but I like knives. Knives are cool. You have a weird obsession with knives, Midori-kun. You are calling me weird, Hatsu-chan? Fair point. For once, During lunch, Izuku decides to sit with his future classmates. But mostly by choice. Mito-kun! Ashido-san shouts. Grabs Izuku by the scruff of his uniform. Izuku nearly drops his lunch. Ashido-san, let go. Hatsum-kun, can I take this guy off your hands? By all means. Oh, I still need that acid sample, by the way. Ashido grins and drags Izuku to the 1A table. The table that Kaken is currently sitting at. That everyone is sitting at. Don't they normally sit in smaller groups? We made an exception. Think of it as your welcome party, Midoriya. Shiro says. Izuku must have muttered. Izuku sets his lunch down next to Uraraka and Shinso. Then he plops down onto the bench. For me. Why you didn't have to do that? Are hero students this buddy-buddy? How are they so friendly? Uraraka giggles. Don't look so surprised, Midoriya-kun. You beat us, so you got into the hero course. It's pretty cool. Don't ask, don't ask, don't ask. Oh, hey, why do you want to be a hero? Kaminari says. Izuku resists the urge to stab his eye with a chopstick. Repeatedly. He doesn't have the energy to lie. Helping people is great and all. I could do that as support, but heroes get paid more. I have to say, those are slightly skewered reasons, Midoriya. Money should not be motivation. Heroics should be done out of the good of your heart. Izuku gets irritated. Aren't you doing it out of pride for your family? That's not the goodness of your heart. Yeah, well, not everyone is born into a rich family with a big house and no crippling debt. Izuku stuffs his face with a piece of meat. The entire table is quiet. Uraraka looks like she's trying not to laugh, though. Then Jiru-san snorts. True. Anyway, Midoriya. Where the F did you learn martial arts? It was a thing I had to do. Government required it. Izuku thought there'd be another awkward silence, but Kaminari beamed and said, "Oh, my grandma actually used to work at a dojo, and she said she started out with the fighting stuff because of her quirklessness, too. It's really cool that you beat the shit out of us regardless of what people said about you, man." Thank you. Moving on, Shinso starts. Midoriya, where are you gonna intern? Kami. I don't know yet. I applied for Gunhead, the underground agency, and Night Eye. I'll probably get answers next week. Gunhead? Oh. I went to Gunhead. He does hand-to-hand a lot. It was really cool. Really? Is he strict? He looks pretty scary, but he's surprisingly good with people, so I thought he might be a softie. He's a good teacher. He has a sweet tooth, though. Azui-san interrupts Uraraka. You're planning to go underground, Karo? Not a lot of Limelight heroes here. I don't mind Limelight, I guess, but I don't want to make public appearances right now. So, gonna focus on not being seen first. Kaken cheese. He's sitting opposite Uraraka. Do you have something to say, Kaken? Izuku says, eyes narrowing at Kaken. He tried approaching him, but Kaken grew cold after the visit Izuku got from the teachers. He keeps doing shit like this, though, which is weird, because Kaken isn't a talk about someone behind their back kinda guy. Yeah, of course you don't want to be seen. You want to make a shitty grand entrance, right? Wanna upstage all of us. Why didn't you just join before? Were you pretending you didn't want to be a hero? The table is quiet. Izuku stares at Katsuki. What the F dash? Kaken wasn't that much of a bully to Izuku, condescending, and with a weird complex, but Izuku gained enough guts and confidence from being good at support to stand up to Katsuki. He knows how Izuku feels about the situation. A quiet Jiru speaks up. Bakugu, that's kinda hypocritical, Kaken. Don't you unironically call everyone an extra? Do you know your classmates' names? Kirishima's mouth forms a perfect O from where he sits next to Kaken. Said Kaken is currently fuming. Everyone looks some form of shocked or gleeful. Except for Todoroki. He looks like he's pretending not to listen, but he's holding his phone upside down and scrolling really slowly. The bell rings. Izuku shoots up. Well, I'm moving into the dorms, soon. So maybe we can catch up then too. It was nice talking to you guys. I gotta go supervise Hatsu-chan's experimenting now. Bye. Izuku runs off. Kaminari is tearing up. Ashido is holding Kirishima's shoulder really tightly, shaking him. Kirishima just pats her hand. Siro walked off somewhere to just laugh out loud. Looks like Bakugo does have short-term memory. Kaminari receives an explosion to his face. It's a free lab PRD a week later, before they have to review advanced circuitry again. Which, technically, Izuku shouldn't be there for, but he got the semester's work for analysis done early, so he's just working on side jobs for Netsu and some of the other hero teachers. Case in point. Netsu asked him to identify flaws with one of the teacher's personas, costumes, fighting style, whatever. He chose Midnight. She's versatile, a Twilight hero, with both underground and limelight connections. A strong quirk, a support item, an interesting but effective persona. But, do you think I could convince Kiyama-sensei to burn her costume and make a new one? Hatsu-chan hums non-committally. I mean, you could. She seems awfully attached, though. It's a waste of resources, too. The thin fabric she usually rips apart is actually fireproof. How the F? Hatsum. No swearing in class. Sorry, Higuri-sensei. How the hell did she think it's a good idea? Aren't there other ways to make and use fireproof fabric, or any kind of cover? Something thinner, so her quirk can still be used? I've seen the archives, her past costumes were a total mess. She was basically naked with a cloak. She did use more support items, though. Hatsu-chan turns away from the big piece of something she's working on. She points at Izuku with the wrench in her hand. You should actually go ask people, Midori-kun. I can't be your messenger all the time. But you like scaring people. The design department is terrified of you now. And I'm genuinely happy, but if you want to have a full department of analytics at Hatsum Industries, become a better leader. It's just Kiyama-sensei. You see her at the cafe often. Izuku whines. Hatsu-cha. This doesn't work on me, you can't steal my tactics. Go and talk to her or I'm hacking into Nitai's database and making you intern there. She's fully capable of it. Izuku groans, and walks to Higuri-sensei's desk to ask for permission. When did Hatsum become the sensible one? Luckily, Kiyama-san had a free PRD. No students. Kiyama-sensei? Kiyama-sensei looks up from grading papers and beams at Izuku. Izuku found it weird at first how friendly she was. He isn't used to friendly teachers. But under all the flirting and raunchiness and pro-hero persona, Kiyama-sensei is genuinely fun. Midori-kun. How are you doing? How can I help? Netsu-san gave me an assignment. I have to identify weaknesses in a pro-hero. Said pro-hero is, well, so I have some questions. Kiyama-sensei nodded along. And then she said, slapping her desk and dragging a chair close to her table, okay. Sit down. Ask away. This block ends in around, 20 minutes. Izuku sits, notebook in hand. And then he starts. What was your first costume like, exactly? It was very bare. I basically wore lingerie with a belt for, 3 different whips. And a coat if it was cold. You started using your persona in your 2nd year. By your 3rd, a law was passed against hero costumes showing skin. Is that why you came up with your current costume? Well, sort of. It was forced on me, really. The hero commission wouldn't take anything else. I had a dress at some point, but my missions became less reconnaissance and more action, so I had to change it. Why haven't you used netting, or something? I could, I guess, but it has less protection than what I wear now. Izuku furiously writes everything down. She isn't uncomfortable in heels, or with her long hair. I think she didn't choose netting because of the chafe, but she wears a leather leotard. It can't be that bad, can it? Ripping her costume takes time, and a cape could block her quirk a little too much. Most of your quirk comes from your torso and upper thigh, especially near vital areas. Maybe we could put your quirk in canisters, too, in case you experience quirk exhaustion. The corset can worsen your breathing, too. Kiyama-sensei rubs her head. Yeah, but I'm kinda old. Gotta keep my shape. It's still bad, Kiyama-sensei. Sure, it helps with back support, I guess. You are relatively tall and according to Netsu-san you had scoliosis when you were younger. How does he know that? But it's bad for continuous exercise. You wouldn't want someone to wear a binder constantly, right? Let your stomach breath, your stamina can increase, you won't have to rely on your quirk as much as you do. Kiyama-sensei stares at Izuku. He turns red. I'm so sorry. That was very rude of me. He ducks down and bows. Oh, I just told off a pro hero teacher. Kiyama-sensei bursts out in giggles. That's very sweet of you, Midoriya-kun. You are right about the stamina thing in a way. But you have 5 minutes until your next class. So you better start going. Izuku stumbles as he stands, pushing the chair back in place and bowing to Kiyama-sensei once again. Again, I'm so sorry. Kiyama-sensei just ruffles his hair and smiles. Good luck, Midoriya-kun. These were wonderful questions. Send me a copy of your report, okay? Who knows? I might see you soon at the underground agency when you start interning. Yes. Interning. Izuku needs to check his mail about that. Hatsu-chan is splayed across Izuku's bed. Izuku has a hand trembling on his laptop keypad. Izuku, for FS sake, if you're not clicking I will. Oh my Kami, Hatsu-chan, what if I didn't get any internships? Then you have extra time in support. Or you intern under Higuri-sensei. Or, well, Eraserhead'll probably snatch you away then. Izuku's face is painted with horror. Hatsum cackles. Open the email, Mido-kun. Do it. Izuku sees his mother peek from outside his room, her face visible. She gives him a small thumbs up. Izuku opens the email. Are you kidding me? Izuku stands up, laptop in hand. What? Really? What? Holy, what happened? Show me, Midoriya. Hatsum reaches for his laptop and takes it. Izuku flops over his bed, screaming into a Space Hero 13 plushie. Hatsu-chan scans the email. Dear Midoriya Izuku, congratulations you. Nadai? Ha. No. Not ha. Hatsu-chan. Hatsum cackles. Standing on the bed, still reading out the email. You will be working in both analysis and hero work. Kindly visit Night Eye Agency at Mizudafu. Holy sheet, Midori-kun. You have to be there on Friday. You're gonna meet Night Eye. On Friday? Monday. Today's Thursday. The coming Monday. Internships don't start in 2 weeks. Yes, now shut up, there's more. Kindly meet with the business department and coordinate with your homeroom teacher for costumes, hero name, before the meeting. Oh my Kami, you're getting branding, Mido-kun. Izuku groans. No. Izuku? Hatsum-chan? What happened? Oka-san asks, walking into the room. Izuku bolts up, sitting properly, 13 plushie neatly in his lap. His face still looks grave though. Hatsum grins. Midori-kun got into Night Eye's agency. Oka-san smiles. It's so sunny. Izuku can't help but give her a small smile back. Why Izuku? Night Eye? I'm so proud of you. Izuku lets out weird strangled noises as Hatsum watches with amusement. Well, I mean it's I. Oka-san's eyes grow a little concerned. A little. And Izuku just. Thank you, Oka-san. Oka-san smiles brighter and envelopes Izuku in a hug. Then she lets go and pats his hair. I have to go for a night shift. She pecks his head. Hatsu-chan, you're staying over, right? Do I need to call your moms? No, I told them, Midoriya-san. Oka-san nods. Have fun, don't sleep too late, don't overdo your homework, remember to eat. I put out the stuff you need for soba, just heat it up and eat, okay? Okay, Oka-san. Okay, I love you. Where's my... Izuku holds up a coat and an ID. Oka-san takes it and kisses Izuku's cheek again. I'm proud of you, Izuku. I'll be back, both of you, don't blow up the house, okay? Bye. The door shuts. Izuku exhales. So. Wanna test the home invention I brought over? Izuku groans. She just told us not to blow up the house. Hatsum just laughs. Izuku takes another box from his mother. Izuku, don't strain yourself, put that down. Oka-san, if you carry more than 3 kilograms, you get quirk exhaustion. Don't use it to carry more than what's already in your hands. Okasan sighs. I'm driving the big furniture in, okay? Oh, is this it? They stop at a huge dorm. Huge. It's a FNG mansion. To Izuku, really. Kaken waits out front, hands in his pockets. When he sees them, he scowls. Answer your phone, FNG dumbass. How? I'm carrying boxes. Kaken's scowl deepens. Gimme a few, I'll carry them. Wait, no, this is cardio for you. Hi, auntie. His scowl lessens when he sees Okasan. Okasan smiles. Hello, Katsuki-kun. Wow, how are you? I haven't seen you since 2 weeks ago. I'm okay. I can carry those boxes, you can drive the other stuff here. Okasan sets down the box. She pats Kaken's shoulder. Both you boys. I was an EMT, you know, I carried people on a regular basis. But thank you. I'll be right back. Okasan leaves. Izuku turns to Kaken, in pajamas. Oh my F dash, are your pajamas punk too? Shut the F up. You're really committed to the bad boy aesthetic, huh? Kaken snorts at that, which surprises Izuku. The business students picked it. Not me. Holy shit, I have to meet the business students. I got into Nitai's agency, unfortunately. I know, old hag told me. Oh. They're still shifting box after box to the doorstep, and it feels so awkward. Deku. Yeah, Kaken. Kaken huffs as he puts down a box. I'm sorry. What the F dash? Did Kaken say sorry? Kaken? The last time he said sorry was in middle school. He was an impressionable 12-year-old. Then, what happened? Were the hero students a good influence? Don't look so shocked, dumb. It's not that novel. It kinda is, Kaken. Kaken fumes. So fun to poke at. I'm nice, so I'm ignoring that. Kaken turns away and looks back with a serious face. I shouldn't have said that sheet before. You didn't become a hero for the fame. You have your reasons. Reasons he knows about. That you will get hurt, but that probably won't stop you. Kaken sounds tired and resigned. For his standards. The blonde rubbed 2 fingers around the bridge of his nose after he set down the final box. No, it won't. I'll be fine, Kaken. You don't always have to look out for me. I beat the shit out of those upperclassmen in Aldra on my own, remember? You should know better now, Kaken. I took on the biggest one. If you did. That guy was all brawn and no brains. He was like a bull. Shut up, Demon nerd. Kaken lunges at Izuku. Very quickly. Izuku stumbles back. Ow, F dash, Kaken. Let go of my hair. They asked for it, dumbass. Guys, do you need help with the boxes? A confused Kirishima says, hand on the door frame. Izuku wrenches away from Kaken's grip over his head and pats himself down. His glasses are crooked, again. Kaken, you broke my glasses. Again. No, I didn't. Yeah, you FING did. Wah, Aunt Mitsuki has to buy me a new pair now. This is your fault, Kaken. Stop burdening your mom. Aunt Mitsuki? How close are the both of you? Kirishima whispers. Mostly to himself. He looks vaguely horrified, but Izuku's not sure why. Izuku smirks. Very. Just, Kirishima, can you get that box over there? Thank you. Kirishima lifts the box, and his knees buckle. Holy shit, this is so heavy. It's, Izuku sneaks a peek at its label. Oh, it's the notebooks. Notebooks? Izuku has already taken 2 boxes and waltzed in. Kirishima looks vaguely scared. Izuku shrugs it off. Mito-kun. You're here. Uraraka says. Hi, Uraraka-san. Ooh, I can help with the boxes. Give them here. What? Oh. Uraraka slaps each box lightly, keeping a finger on each, and they all float after her. That's efficient. Mito-kun. You're here. Hagakure says. Izuku whips around to see a floating pair of pajamas and gives a small wave. Before he says hi back, Hagakure grabs his shoulders. Who are you interning with? Okay, straight to the point. Oh, right. Midoriya. Tell us. It's the underground agency, right? Wasn't that your first choice? Shinso said. Izuku frowns. There was a ranking? Everyone pauses. Jairu glares at Shinso and scuffs his head. You didn't tell him? I thought it was obvious. Ow, Jairu, not the earjacks, they're sharp. You'll live. I mean, I think I put underground in the first box. Then Gunhead, then Night Eye. Why'd you put Night Eye last? Isn't he, like, right in your lane? Zero asks. Kaken glares. Yeah, but I wanted to. Branch off, no? And most Night Eye applicants go through a second interview. It's super rigorous. Izuku sighs. Hagakure has let go of his shoulders, but he's entirely surrounded by excitable hero students. I got Night Eye anyway, though. You what? Loud sheet. Izuku flinches. Didn't you just say it was your last choice? I talked to Aizawa-sensei at the underground agency during my last patrol. He said you'd probably get in? That was such a FING twist, but I don't know why, I kind of expected it. What the FNG sheet, nerd? Why didn't you say that before? Third choice? Oh, Kami-sama, that's so cool. Congratulations, Midoriya-kun. Night Eye is notoriously picky. Oh my Kami, everyone shut up, Izuku mutters. No one really listens. Hey! Everybody shut the F up, Shinso shrieks. His voice doesn't even crack. But Izuku inhales, rubbing his head to stave off the headache. This is why I found all of you in the stealth exercise. F-. Rude. I'm ignoring that. Look, I'm gonna set up my room and then my mom's coming and no, don't bother her too much, and then I am going to black out for the next 3 hours. Ah, it's the weekend, Midori-kun. Come out with us, we're going to the mall. That's exactly why I'm staying in. I'll come tomorrow, maybe? Izuku tries his best to give a less tired smile. Which works, because people take pity on him and kind of melt at his sunny smile. Let us know if you need help, Midoriya. Uraraka says. All the boxes are now in the empty room around the end of the hallway. There's a knock on the door. Oka-san. Oka-san? What took so long? You is the size of a city. I saw Aizawa-kun outside, but he wasn't coming in here. Are you okay? Why yeah, I'm fine. Aizawa-kun? Aizawa-sensei narrows his eyes, ignoring Izuku's question. It was loud. What did 1A say? Nothing. Stuff about my internship. Why didn't I get to the underground agency? I got Night Eye, which was my third choice. Aizawa-sensei frowns, confused. I'll talk to Nedzu and see. Take the opportunity. Night Eye would be a good learning experience. Underground can wait. We keep offers open for students for a long time. We don't get many interns, so we have to. Izuku groans. They fine. Next time. Bring me when you talk to Nedzu, or I'm finding my way into that conversation myself. Izuku means it. Nedzu tutors him, and they have tea. He's fully capable. Aizawa nods. Deal. Midoriya-san, would you like help with the furniture? Oh, I can help again. Uraraka waves and walks over. Is this the Midoriya-san? Midoriya-san. The only person Bakugo respects. Plural, dear. Both mother and son respect me, a rare feat, I know. And you must be Uraraka? I saw the sports festival, you did wonderfully. Uraraka blushes. Thank you, Midoriya-san. OMG, Midori-kun. You look just like your mom. Ashido squeals. Thank you. My mother is very pretty. So thank you. Ashido and Hagakure look like they're about to faint. Mama's boy. You're a carbon copy of your mom. Shut up. Kaken actually shuts up. Aizawa-sensei narrows his eyes at the interaction. Okay, I have a shift in 20 minutes, so I need to go, Izuku. I love you. Stay safe, get some rest in, remember to eat. You too, Oka-san. Bye. A chorus of bye, Izuku's mom, is heard from 20 people. Just as everyone leaves and Izuku finally tries to go unpack, Aizawa pulls him back. Midoriya-kun. Is your mother a nurse? Yeah. She works at a trauma clinic. Izuku narrows his eyes. Why? Don't look at me funny. I feel like I've seen her before. I mean, she was an EMT when she was younger. I don't know, she stopped when I was. She still goes for that if she has to, though. Maybe you saw her in an attack or something. Why the Aizawa-kun, Aizawa-sensei? Find out on your own. Good luck with unpacking. Ask your classmates if you need help. Aizawa-sensei. The door shuts quickly. Izuku'll have to ask his mother. It takes him 3 hours to unpack all his things and move it around. Efficient, really. And then Izuku, true to his word, takes a nap. A much-needed one. You've got a lot of nerve trying to put your prodigy here, Toshinori, Mairi says. Toshinori rubs the back of his head. He's seated opposite his old sidekick in the Night Eye Agency. There are posters of him everywhere. I know you want the permeation boy to get one for all. His name is Tagata Mirio. Tagata Shounen. And he's promising. But he's already done so much with what he has. This boy, Midoriya, he has so much potential and I don't want it to get squashed by people's expectations. Giving him a quirk would satisfy the Hero Commission's vision of heroes and get him more opportunities. He could be so much more, Mairi. Mairi is staring at Toshinori. And then he looks down at his table. Are you really willing to give a quirk like that to a 15-year-old with no training? I got it when I was his age. You trained for 2 years, Toshinori. Right. Which is why I'm asking you to take him in for now, Mairi. Please, give the boy a chance. Mairi sighs at Toshinori. He's in his small, shriveled-up form. He probably looks pathetic, leaning over the desk. But he knows it must be worth it. Won't the boy need this? Midoriya Izuku didn't even put me in as his first choice. Nevertheless, the boy's a gifted analyst. When he's not out hero NG, I can still put him to work. Thank you so much. But Mairi holds up a finger. If that boy shows a single glimmer of stupidity, of self-sacrifice, of greed, you're giving that quirk to Mirio. Got it? Toshinori nods, resolute. Midoriya Shounen won't show a single trait like that. He's good. He deserves Toshinori's quirk. I understand. Thank you. Little did Sir Night Eye know, reader, that Midoriya Izuku would show zero greed for the powerful quirk. Quite the opposite, really. Self-sacrifice, however? Oh, that's plentiful. Katsuki stumbles back. He wipes his nose. The upperclassman in front of him smirks. You're not so high and mighty now, huh, Kohai? The other one snorts. The little sheet's so short, I don't know how he did that. Don't worry, kid. We got you back to your own size, no? Someone grabbed his hair back and pulls his collar. Answer, you little sheet. Do you understand us? Katsuki cheese. Thu. He gets pushed into the wall. Fin. Kami, this is humiliating. Stand up, stand up. Katsuki can feel tiny explosions forming on his hand. He just needs to stand up. Thump. Oh. What the F dash? One guy shouts. He's holding his giant FING nose. There's blood on his hands. Was that a FING backpack? Katsuki looks to the ground. Backpack? Oh no. There's a short kid at the edge of the alleyway just outside school. Why no, I'm shorter than him, so I take full offense when he is called short. What are you doing here? You, what the F dash? The upperclassman with the stupid but nosebleed is miming some sheet about textbooks and F. That was so heavy, but Katsuki isn't listening. Nerd! Katsuki shouts. What the F are you doing here? Leave. Izuku DSKS. Kaken. So preachy. Izuku stutters, but he somehow comes off as a very disappointed parent at the same time. Hey, guys. Maybe. Just let go of my friend over there? Yeah. Upperclassman 1 snarls. Listen, you dumb F dash, you better even leave or? Oh my Kami, you do not know how to swear. Get creative with your cusses, man, Izuku mutters. Katsuki barks out a laugh. Wait, what's he doing? He needs to stand up. Get up, Katsuki. Izuku is still somehow alive. Katsuki's gonna beat him up after this if he doesn't get beat up first. You're laughing now, you son of a beach? Huh. Don't call his mom a beach. She's a very nice person. Where is he getting all this sass? Upperclassman number 2 shrieks and runs at Izuku, and Katsuki's heart wants to leap out his throat when. Oh. F dash. Was that a effendi knife? Nerd. Why are you carrying a knife? Self-defense. Izuku ducks away from a really shitty and sloppy punch. With ease. I have a permit, don't worry, Kaken. That is so scary. When did he get a permit? Why does he know how to use a FANG knife? The biggest upperclassman lunges at Katsuki, and Katsuki slaps him, hand burning with his quirk. You're gonna pay, you little fuckers. Nerd's right about that. The curses are so bland. Kaken. My glasses. Kaken lifts his foot. He just stepped on Izuku's glasses. This is the second pair this year. Oka-san's gonna kill him. I'll buy you a new pair, nerd, Kaken mutters. There's a stray upperclassman trying to tie his shoelaces before he runs, and Kaken growls at him. The older boy whimpers, and stumbles over his shoelaces, falling face flat all over again. Ah, Kaken, be nice. We just beat the shit out of them. Let them run away with dignity at least. Shut up, you quirkless freak. Izuku stiffens. Kaken snarls. Listen. Izuku lifts his foot up and stomps. The upperclassman flinches. I highly suggest you shut the F up. No one likes a quirkist guy, you know. That girl you're trying to bag? You know? Kayum? Something? The older boy stiffens. Izuku grins maniacally and leans a little closer. With a faux whisper he says, She talks to me more than she talks to you, you know? I suggest you shut your mouth before I shove a chopstick up your nose. And make you parade around school. Kaken looks so bewildered, poor boy. The upperclassman whimpers, and takes off out the alley. How did you know he has a crush on some girl? I know many things, Kaken. Izuku laughs outright at Kaken's face. He picks up stray textbooks he threw and puts them in his backpack. And he hands Katsuki his sling bag. Come on, Oka-san always has first aid at home. I'm sure she'd love to have you. Kaken opens his mouth. If you say you don't want to come, I'm gonna tell my mother, and she might start crying. She won't cry. She'll just be a little sad. But either way, it would definitely affect Katsuki, no matter how Izuku says it. Kaken almost pouts. Fine. He takes the sling bag from Izuku's open hand. It's not rough, and Kaken's face is a little softer than usual, so Izuku doesn't say anything. Will Auntie make curry again? I brought curry for lunch, so I'm sure there's leftover. You had curry for lunch? The F-nerd? If you sat with me for lunch, you'd know, Kaken, that if you keep leftovers for me after school, I'll give you some of Two-san's fish. Deal. Note to self, Katsuki thinks, as he sits at the Midoriya's small dining table and listens to Auntie's small stories and tips on recipes. Never, ever, ever mess with Izuku. The task was simple. There were 4 points students would have to get to. If a pair reached a checkpoint, they went up the rankings. The pair with the most points by the end of the finish line, where All Might waited, would get the highest grade. If you encounter any other pair during your pursuit, All Might announced, you are obligated to fight them. If this fight happens, it factors into your grade. A little messy, but Izuku will work with it. You ready, Midori-kun? Uraraka asks. Any plans? Are we avoiding? Are we going offense? Both of them are good with combat, but really, Izuku would prefer to avoid it. Just then, All Might speaks again. If you win more fights, you gain points. Even if you don't reach checkpoints, getting 3 fight points makes up for it. We'll only when we get a clear chance. We'll go for cleaner fights. Yeah. He looks to Uraraka, who nods and pumps her fists. Izuku reaches for his belt and takes out a knife, handing it to a shocked Uraraka. Take it. Just in case. I can't cut our classmates. It's blunted, don't worry. The one in his belt was blunted, anyway. All his hidden knives aren't. The best you'll do is give them a bad bruise. Or nothing if you don't have to use it. They're great for throwing too. Uraraka reaches great heights with her quirk, so throwing would be a viable option. You have 30 seconds left for planning. Then we will begin. Midori-kun, you don't mind me using my quirk on you, right? No, go ahead. Uraraka grins. It's a little scary, even on her face. I have a plan. A whistle rings out and people zip towards a checkpoint, a map projected high up over the gym's fake city. Midoriya and Uraraka take off running, Uraraka floating and dropping down over rooftops and Midoriya hopping from one building to another. The spikes help with grip a lot, he thinks. Maybe he should get a grappling hook. The first, unfortunate, pair they meet is Siro and Kuda. Kuda is not doing very well. There are not a lot of animals in Gym Beta. It just got cleaned for pests. He found a mosquito. At least he knows a little bit of hand-to-hand. Hi, Siro-kun. Hi, Midoriya. Siro grins. Ready for a good fight? Midoriya snorts. We'll see. Kuda signs. Where's Uraraka? Siro shrugs. We'll deal with her later, Siro mutters. Izuku picks at his nails with a knife. Suddenly, Siro stretches an arm out and shoots tape to the ledge of the building Midoriya is on. Kuda keeps a close eye of his surroundings, scouting out for Uraraka. Just as Siro's halfway to pulling himself toward the ledge, Midoriya grins savagely and cuts the tape. Siro drops. They don't hear a thud. But then a muffled scream is heard. Ow f dash. I'm not that heavy, Siro-kun. It's the principle of it. Let me go. You want to drop to the ground and die? No. Two teenagers float up, with Uraraka securely tying bandages around Siro and his elbows. Siro floats, cross-legged, gloomy between the two buildings. Hi, Kuda-kun. Kuda waves at his partner weakly. Then he closes his eyes and snaps open, looking straight at Midoriya. Midoriya has his hands cupped around a mosquito. What do you think, Kuda? Kuda frowns. Deeply. He looks scary. Midoriya grins back. I'll let them go. It's important, isn't it? But don't go after us. Or else. Are you seriously threatening us with a mosquito right now? Really? You? Siro got interrupted by Kuda swatting him and shaking his head. Midoriya nods to Uraraka, who floats him and carries him out a fair distance away before Midoriya lets go of the only animal in the entirety of the dome. Don't mess with Use again or I'm gonna cut more than tape. Midoriya calls out as he leaves. Up in the control room, All Might hums. The first fight point goes to the boy, then. That you sound creepy, Yagi-san. Eraserhead says. He sighed yes, All Might. All Might stiffens. And coughs. I said that aloud, didn't I? Yes. You did. All Might winces again. Uraraka promptly floats Ashido and Kaminari away from the checkpoint. They're fast, but just no sense of stealth at all. She drops them when they get around 2 meters above a rooftop far, far away. Ashido throws up a middle finger and Uraraka promptly throws 2. Kaminari slaps down Ashido's hands. Midoriya and Uraraka. 1 fight point. 1 checkpoint point. All Might's booming voice says. Kaminari and Ashido. 2 fight points. Uraraka whoops and she and Midoriya high-five. Everyone else, Aizawa's voice drones out over the intercom, hurry. Up. Go ahead, Karo. I don't mind. Are you sure, Tsuyu-chan? Her digestive tract is larger than a frog's, Yamamo-san. Sato calls out from his losing battle with Todoroki. Somehow, he's just punching through ice spikes. Tsuyu-san, you're not allergic, are you? Nope. Yamamichan, if you don't move in 3 seconds, I'm going to. Yaoyorozu bolts forward with the long-handled syringe, and Azui leaps up in the air. She smiles. Good thinking, Karo. This'll be a great fight. This is a not great fight. Sato calls out. Todoroki has him clamped in a pillar of ice that's slowly melting, and Todoroki keeps constant control over it. He walks to the checkpoint center. Yamamo scrambles toward him, but gets pulled back by Azui's tongue. Go for it, Todoroki-kun. Todoroki nods, and presses the button. Todoroki and Azui. 2 fight points. Point. Sato and Yaoyorozu. 1 fight point. You seem a good fellow, I'd hate to beat you. The feeling's mutual, man, but we are getting graded on this, so. Kirishima then bites the capture scarf snaking over his body, instantly cutting it. The shorter piece slinks away to Shinso. Get over here, you sparkly fucker. Bakugu-kun. Aoyama simpers as he dodges Bakugu's explosive punches elegantly. That's very inappropriate language. Shut up and fight. Bakugu swings a leg at Aoyama's middle, and it catapults the hero in training to the wall. Just as Bakugu starts to walk over, he trips over a tiny piece of bumped-up capture scarf, hitting the floor in a great cacophony of metal gauntlets and iron knee pads. Aoyama stands up with difficulty and shoots a beam at Bakugu, who barely dodges. UFA. A click of a button. Aoyama and Shinso. 1 fight point, 1 checkpoint. Bakugu and Kirishima, 4 fight points. Aizawa's signature tired sigh is heard. Is anyone there yet? No. Is anyone there yet? No. Shut up, Ida-kun. Is anyone? For F's sake. I highly advise you not to use that hand to punch me, Jusin. Bakugu burned that finger? Jairu whips around. Someone's here, she hisses out, waving her hand for Ida to duck down. Ojiro and Hagakure. Somewhere. Jairu can only see Ojiro. Hagakure, Hagakure, Hagakure. A minute vibration. Ida. Go for Ojiro. I'm going Invisigirl. Got it. Jairu sneaks up first, just above a seeming innocent, slightly quivering metal rail that surrounded the checkpoint. She's crouching, right about? Jairu's thoughts are interrupted by someone pulling her down and judo flipping her over the floor. It's Hagakure. I'm the best at stealth, okay? Even though I don't want to be, but... Jairu punches and Hagakure yowls. She lands a hit on. She turns red. I'm so sorry. Oh my F dash. Sheet. Her ear jacks curl over her face. Hagakure groans. Ow, I really need, chest support or something. Oh my god, Jairu-chan, the metal-studded gloves. I'm sorry. Hagakure brightens up. It's fine. Jairu immediately falls flat on the ground. A leg swiped underneath her. Damn it. I need to fine-tune the hearing. Listen, Kyoka, come on. A heartbeat, a heartbeat, a heartbeat. Ida's is loud on the rooftop, and the sound of his engine drones out in her brain. Ojiro's is strangely calm, perhaps because of his training. Hagakure's is light. And very telling. It speeds up. There's an intake of breath, a whistle of air. Jairu dodges a slice to her neck. Dawo. Jairu-chan. That's so cool. Jairu turns pink. Thanks, Hagakure. She suddenly jumps to dodge another swipe, and sends out an ear jack to poke Hagakure in her face. Hagakure yelps, and a clear sound of heartbeat slowing down and slightly dimming tells Jairu she moved away. Jairu bolts towards the checkpoint. Ojiro drops down from the open hole in the ceiling and slams the button just as Jairu reached for it. Hagakure and Ojiro, 2 fight points, 1 checkpoint. Ida and Jairu, 2 fight points. Jarson, I highly advise you to... Off, nerdy but sonic. Ojiro, you are dead. What the F dash? Why the F dash? Jairu shoves past Ida's placating chops in the air and punches Ojiro. A solid thwack. Right to the chin. Any boxer would be proud. Ojiro immediately goes down, not expecting the punch. Hagakure is still, presumably, cradling her face from the deadly earphone jack poke. Ida and Jairu, 3 fight points. Well. Ida pauses. But, come on. We gotta leave. I heard Kaminari whining a kilometer away from here. He's probably near the checkpoint. Midoriya deadpans as he stares at Kaminari giggling. You know a taser won't work, right? It'll make me even better, especially that size. I can't get overcharged by a tiny... Midoriya chucks the taser at Kaminari's head. It hits. With a satisfying thunk, and Kaminari shrieks a F dash. Uraraka quickly grabs Kaminari's ankles with all her fingers and her quirk activates. She hurls him out the window. A distant she-it is heard. Kaminari, thanks, you spent so much time talking, Ashido mutters as she deftly dodges Midoriya's staff swinging at her torso. Mito, Babe, I'm sorry, you're gonna either get mild itching symptoms or mild burns, she says as she splashes Midoriya with acid. It splashes uselessly over his costume. There's some in his hair but it doesn't do shit. Midoriya spits and GGS. It got in my mouth. Then he stops and tastes it. Tastes it. It's kinda citrusy actually. Ashido gapes. Wha? She looked at her hands. And then groans, covering her hands with her face. Oh my god, of all the times to get the acidity wrong, oh my god. She points at a confused, blinking Midoriya in an accusatory manner. How aren't you even irritated? Your hair should be steaming at least. Ashido swipes at his head, but Midoriya ducks and moves back. Where's Uraraka? Uraraka is currently wrangling a floating Kaminari away from the window in a wrestler's deadlock. She sees Midoriya blinking at her, beams, and puts her thumb up for a split second before going back to trying to choke Kaminari. Scary. Hey! Ashido snaps her fingers right in front of Midoriya's face, and Midoriya automatically smacks it away. A little too painfully. Ashido hisses. How are you not burned at all? What the F dash? Midoriya shrugs. Latent quirk, I think. Any burn-related injuries have a slightly lower effect on me. He pinches his brow, pushing his goggles up. Can we go back to the fighting thing now? Oh, right. Ashido basically leaps over Midoriya to the middle of the checkpoint, moving herself up from his shoulders. As soon as she lands and bolts towards the checkpoint, Midoriya grabs the edge of her jacket and pulls back. Have you considered a device to measure your acid's pH, Ashido? It would be pretty simple, you know. Ugh, right? Ashido feints a hit and goes for Midoriya's legs, and Midoriya barely catches himself. He hefts up his staff and starts to push forward. Why'd you not get it, then, Ashido? The stupid, Ashido yelps as Midoriya's staff hits her back. Support company thought it would go against my aesthetics. Like. She almost successfully punches Midoriya with an acid-infused hand. It only whistles past him. What does that mean? Try visiting Hatsu. She's pretty good. Also she's a girl and a minor, so she won't be weird. Midoriya pushes Ashido's head down and throws a knife. It pins Ashido down by the furry collar of her jacket. And he jogs to the checkpoint's middle. Finally, 1A really likes to pick fights. It's honestly a miracle Izuku didn't encounter Kaken. He was actively avoiding him, to be fair, but you never know. Izuku smacks the button. Midoriya and Uraraka, 3 fight points, 3 checkpoints. You pass. All Might loftily laughs into the microphone. Then there's a little feedback before they hear Aizawa-sensei. You have 10 minutes before the end of the activity. Only 3 teams have passed. Pace. The mic cuts out. Izuku exhales. Good. So tiring. He secretly liked it, though. The fighting. He's turning into a hero student. Sorry about the knife, Ashido. It nicked her cheek, and there's a cut on Ashido's pink skin. No problem, Mido. Take the knife out. How did you embed it into the ground so deep? Whoops. Sorry. Izuku presses the button at the hilt of the knife and pulls it out. It's barbed when I let go of it, so it's hard to get out. You're telling me you can cut people with it? Stab? Slice? Yes. Ashido sat up, fixing her poor collar. She looks at Izuku with stars in her eyes. I want one. Set me up with Hatsum-chan. Izuku snorted from her seat next to Ashido. I don't think she likes girls. Or guys. Much. Hatsu-chan's never gotten a crush as far as Izuku knows, but she doesn't mind romance as much. I don't think she minds. Not very into dates, though. Ashido rolls her eyes. I meant for gear. But. She smirked. I wouldn't mind the permission to flirt a little either. Oh god. Keep me out of it. Please. Izuku stands up, putting his knife into its pocket. Shouldn't you squeeze in more points, Ashido? Where's Kaminari? Midori-kun. Uraraka pops out the window with a very ill-looking Kaminari by her side. Nice. Hi, Ashido. Sorry I kinda manhandled Kaminari. You sure you're okay, Kaminari? I have more stomach pills. Uraraka is rubbing Kaminari's back now. He's been gently set on the ground. Her face is worried. Her pinky is sticking out so he doesn't float again. Kaminari waves his hand. Fine. Fine. Ugh. He holds up a taser. Here's your taser, Midoriya. Good fight, Uraraka. Izuku takes the taser with a small smile. Good luck beating the shit out of your classmates, I guess. Ashita waves as she and Kaminari leave. Ochako squints at the results. Dang. They were third to get through. Not bad. The first was Aoyama and Shinso. A surprisingly stealthy team. Ochako didn't expect it from Aoyama, but she's seen Shinso stealing food out the fridge at 3 a.m. without making a sound, so. The next being Sato and Yamamo. Yamamo was always good at planning. She was practical. Ochako smiles at that. Once Ochako changed, Jair slammed the locker room door open, sighing loudly. Oh my god, I never want to team up with Ida again. Why, what did he do? He's so preachy. How the F dash? Preppy but human Formula 1 car. Tsk. Ochako giggles. How were your fights? Tiring. Jairu straightened from her locker, smiling to herself. But I kinda gained a new skill, so it was pretty cool. Oh, Jairu-chan. That's so cool. Did she tell you about how she punched me in the melons too? Hagakure-chan. Jairu is bright red. Hagakure giggles, taking off her gloves by her locker. I mean nothing by it. That was so cool, Jairu-chan. No one's managed to hit me that easily before. Did not thank you. No more melons punching though. Oh my god. Hi, Karo. Tsu-chan. Ochako beams. And turns a little pink. Oh god. Tsuyu smiles briefly. Before going to her locker. Todoroki-kun wasn't actually too bad today. He left me some people to spar with, too at least, she hummed. Yamamo-chan did pretty good with preparation. I liked Hagakure's sneak attack too. Swinging down from the roof probably does have an effect, Ochako thinks. Thanks, Tsu-chan. Hagakure says. Where's Ishido, by the way? Oh, I think. It's not my fault Kugu decided to run his face into my fist. What the F dash? Ochako snorts. Ishido. What? Ishido-chan slumps onto the bench, a whiny look on her face as she undoes her boots. My last fight was near the end line, and FNG Explodey Boy was there, and somehow my hand ended up splashing acid on his face, and 1, I don't see the problem, 2, it probably fixed his face. Don't people like cool scars? Hagakure snorts. Jairu is making a weird sound. I don't think he'd want an imprint of your hand on his face, Ishido-chan. Hey, my hand's beautiful. Take that back. Soon enough, there's a weird debate about Ishido's hand and the effects of acid on Bakuga's possibly tougher than usual skin. Ochako isn't surprised. She's entertained, really. They come to the conclusion that Ishido's handprint is beautiful, and Bakuga's face can withstand a handprint. A fitting conclusion. Izuku can't stop laughing. You're not even trying to hide it, man, Kirishima says, which rude, because his shoulders are shaking as well. There's a handprint smack dab in the middle of Kaken's face. Izuku is wheezing. Kaken is somewhere trying to explode Kaminari's face, but Shinso keeps getting in between them. Poor Shinso. Hey Midoriya, this is like a little much for you. Please stop laughing, Siro says weakly. Oh, why? Izuku rummages for new contacts and slowly puts them on his wide eyes, the mirror inside his locker. Is my laugh not beautiful? Not music to your ears. You sound like a dying horse, hey nerd. Izuku throws his shoe at Kaken. What the F dash? That was your hero costume. Yeah, and? It's steel-toed. With spikes. Izuku looks down. Wrong shoe. Izuku shrugs. You'll live, Kaken. Now let me put on these contacts in peace. The other ones got too crusty from interacting with you too much. F.A. Hey, Bakugu. What eye bags? Shinso snorts behind Izuku. Izuku turns around. Kaken's eyes are glazed over, and most of the boys are either behind Shinsu's shoulder waiting for wrath to befall them, or poking Kaken to check how the brainwashing works. Quote memes from 100 years ago. Why are you saying that it's bad? 2000s memes are good. Oh, Kaminari, Kaminari. Just watch. And that was Izuku's cue to leave. Send me a video. I need the blackmail. Izuku calls out as he leaves. That's horrifying, but okay. Someone calls back. I'm not cooking for you fuckers. Do it yourself. What? No, Bakugo. It's your turn. It's his turn like every day. Katsuki hates everyone. It's someone else's, then. Move on before I cut your fingers and make them sausages. Would they taste good? UFA. How about I cook? Izuku says. Katsuki holds back a gasp. No. Hey, anyone but him. No cooking for him. What? Kaken. Izuku says, putting down his book and getting off the sofa. I can cook some stuff now, okay? Oka-san rammed a few recipes into my head before I moved. I do not believe you. She tried before, it didn't work. Kaken. I was 8. That's a horrible excuse. Yeah. So, would you rather Todoroki cooks? FING nerd asks innocently. No. Nope. Nua. Midoriya. Go to the kitchen. Please. Todoroki looks ever so slightly affronted, but doesn't really say anything. Katsuki sighs. If you burn something, I'm gonna throw you out the DMN window. Sure you will, Kaken. What the F dash? This tastes so good? Are you sure this was instant ramen? Really? Izuku made a hot pot. Because all he technically knows how to make is a hot pot. But the good thing about them is that they're really easy to change. Needs more spice, Kaken grumbles. Izuku smacks a bottle of hot sauce on the table from seemingly out of nowhere. Katsuki blinks, but takes it. Dang, Midori-kun. Hagakure says, pointing her chopsticks at him. You can cook, you're pretty, you're smart. Man, I bet all the aunties loved you. Izuku snorts. Nah, not really. Quirkless and all that. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Izuku smiles. It's okay. It is CGD, but people were just being dumb. In the end, I'm the one who's sitting in a nice dorm with good classmates in a top-notch school. It paid off, didn't it? Hagakure pauses, and her smile is evident in her voice. You're right. Say, Midoriya, did you do the? I'm not letting you copy my homework, Zero. That okay. Hey, Ashido. I didn't do it either, man. Come on. Who else might have? I teeny tiny crush on Midoriya? Oh my god, me. That wasn't just me? F dash dot. Look at him. How can you not? How are you all thirsty for him? What the F dash? Shut up, you're a lesbian. I'm straight. And I might have a crush on him. Hushakuji-san. It's Renge. Call me Renge, Midoriya-san. Renge-san. You've been staring at me for 5 minutes straight. Izuku pauses. Renge-san is still staring. Then she speaks, hand thoughtfully on her chin. You do have the cute appeal. Or the tired street rat kind, depending on how one sees it. Hey! Your current thing is far too cynical looking. Don't you have contacts? Yeah, I don't use them. Glasses are better. Oh, okay. Renge-san whips out a clipboard, her ponytail swinging behind her. Izuku leans over the desk, a little closer. There would be a lot of backlash, naturally, but if we market you well enough you'll appear as someone strong, polite, and also equal to other heroes. I'm going underground though, or rescue, but that's less likely. Oh, Mito, Renge-san chastises, marketing a hero isn't just for the masses. It all depends on other heroes. Or, more importantly, she points to the logo above her desk, the Hero Public Safety Commission. Yes, they are very despicable. Being good with the masses helps, sure. But it's them. And don't pull that face in public unless the situation calls for it. Hey, Renge-san, how hard was it to market my classmates? Oh, Pisich. Renge-san waves her hand, rolling her eyes. Those guys? They're the embodiment of stereotypes. Yamamo has some confidence issues, though. And Ashido would get backlash because she's a little mixed, and we are Japanese, you know. How we are. But really, being in minorities can gain you brownie points. Renge-san grins, but then frowns again, pensive. Quirklessness. Would you use it as a selling point? I'd rather we didn't. Renge-san hums and dives back into his files. Renge is a girl with a pale complexion and a bridged nose. Her hair is sand brown. She has hands that seem to glitch in and out of existence. Her pencil has fallen through her palms several times. Izuku's fairly certain she isn't entirely Japanese either. British, maybe? My dad's French, if you're that invested, Renge-san says nonchalantly. Izuku flinches and sits back. You should work on your muttering problem. I'm trying to bribe Hatsum into making a muffler. She keeps adding spikes. She tends to do that often, Renge-san muses. What image do you want, anyway? Someone you don't mess with. Leave me alone, please. Unless you are a villain. Bravely step forward. I will beat you up and get it over with. Renge-san deadpanned. She sighed. That doesn't help. I ordered your analysis before. Let me ask this. If you met a quirkless kid who's a little tired of society, how would you characterize them? Hypothetically. Izuku asks. Hypothetically. Izuku sighs. We're more likely to become villains, Renge-san, he says softly. I have proof. There have been several incidents. Izuku paused. I've tried the I won't give up shtick. No one liked it. I gave up on it a long time ago. I tried optimism. I tried. It didn't work. Being sick of society is the only way we can move on now. Izuku stops. We're anomalies in Japan's eyes. Perhaps we could use that. I don't know. I doubt HPSC would like something so vigilante-like. If I went underground, I wouldn't really care. It's required of you to do this for Nitai's agency. But people don't want a real hero. They don't want someone like them. Not truly. Renge-san sighs. You're open to the gray areas in society, and that can help you sympathize with the misguided and misunderstood. But it's not enough. Renge-san snapped her fingers. Maybe we capitalize on your support background. Not an overt reliance. We can paint you as a cool nerd. You're kidding. No. You'll be the smart hero. The one with raw skill. Why have a quirk when you have your brains and your battle sense? Izuku cringes. Is that really enough? Renge-san grins. Try me, Midoriya. I can make anything work. She stepped on top of her desk with a thunk. Like a stage. Renge-san waves her arm out, gesturing to an invisible crowd. The hero that started with nothing and made it big. Struggles and resilience, and getting himself to the same level as the quirked. This hero worked for everything he has. On his own. I had friends, right? And a mom. Oh, Renge-san smirks. A mama's boy, then? We love a soft spot. People like that. Drink your respect women juice like a good boy. Who says that anymore? It's been 100 years. Renge-san barely looks up, scribbling something in her clipboard. It's been 97 years, but close. No, there was a thread about it 3 years before. We are not here to talk about internet culture and history. Of Western countries. Focus, Midori-kun. Renge-san falls back into her chair smoothly. Costume. Have you considered using something else as a base, rather than a FING tracksuit? Izuku sinks deeper into his chair. Toshinori sees Midoriya Shounen walk out the business department. An opportunity. Midoriya Shounen. How? All Might. Why does he sound so confused? Didn't Toshinori? Toshinori's in his shriveled form. Toshinori darkens. His voice rumbles. How did you know it was me, Midoriya? Why, you're the only one I know who calls me Midoriya Shounen, the boy says. Of course. And we've met before. Wait, really? May I ask when, my boy? Midoriya looks even more tired. And distant. The boy seems to age a decade with the wary look on his face. You don't remember, Ta? I'm afraid not, my boy. Midoriya sighs. And bows shortly, before leaving. You'll figure it out soon enough, All Might Sensei. And the boy walks off. Toshinori isn't quite sure what that was. But he's going to find out. A part of him nags. That boy is familiar. The dorm's door slams open. Midoriya. Can you help me with Midnight Senseis? No. Shinso winces in the background. Someone's in a bad mood, he mutters. Give me the paper, Kaminari, I can take a look. F-. Thank you. How was it, Mido-kun? Uraraka asks. Ida sits next to her on the couch and listens. I'm now kind of a fighting hero. Like Ojiro, but less structured. So, your persona is, you beat people up. Izuku sighs and slumps into the couch. Something about being super smart or something. Analysis. Something. And empathy because I'm morally gray, apparently. I don't know. What should it be? Renj-san's still open to suggestions. Ashido walks out the kitchen. Terrifying hero, Dikairu. You are using Dikairu, right? I thought you were using Deku? Uraraka says, frowning. Ida almost cringes beside her at the name. Deku was coined by Explodoman Katsuki as part of an insult, and also part because his itty-bitty 5-year-old brain couldn't spell yet. That, like useless or puppet. He must have misread your name in kanji, then, Midoriya-kun? Ida says. He sounds oddly soft, almost sympathetic. It's quite nice, really. Yeah. He didn't mean anything by it. Not anymore, anyway. But others used it in a bad way. I'd prefer not to hear it from others. I think Dikairu would be cool. Hagakure says. Her long sleeve shifts, so she seems to be punching the air excitedly. Like, you can do it, you know? Yeah. That's what I thought. Uraraka says. You're just as capable as all of us. You can do more even. And it's easy to say, Karo, Tsuyu-chan says. Easy names do well, because they can be remembered. Izuku hums. Hey, Kaken, what's your hero name? Kaken stays quiet. Kirishima looks like he's gonna cry. Go on. Say it. Why is it so suspenseful? Great explosion murder god. Izuku stares. And he turns to Kirishima, who looks like he's gonna sheet laughter. Is he serious? We just call him Bakugo, Ida-kun says. Or Bakugo, Shinso says. At that point, Kirishima sputters and breaks into laughter. Kaken, surprisingly, does not kill him. Kaken. Why? Kaken doesn't say anything. Oh my god. How was your business meeting? What happened with him? He got the bad boy personality? Basically, Ashido says. And I'm like, a gyre. Kaminari's sort of like a himbo but a little smarter. Hey. She's right though. I'm flashy. I decided on that ages ago, Hagakure says. Tsu-chan and Ochako-chan are both sweethearts, absolute sunshine people. Midori, you can be like that too. Really? Him. Siro says doubtfully. Izuku rolls his eyes. No. Zucken. Do it. The thing. The whole thing you do. Kaken smirks, at the edge of his seat. What the F-? Izuku sighs. And then he puts on his best smile. His customer service smile. The smile he gives Oka-san. I just want to help everybody. He says in a fake hopeful voice. And be a good hero. And save people. Like heroes do. Because people are worth saving or something. Then he drops it immediately. Happy, Katsu-chan? He says. Everyone in the room is staring. His eye bags disappeared almost. I was squinting at the sun, oh my god. Izuku finds his face squished by invisible hands. Mido-kun. That was amazing. Why didn't you show Renj-san? Because it's not the facade I want. I can't pretend like that. If I have to be kind, I'll be kind. I just don't want to be so goody-goody. It didn't work for me before. Kaken has a look on his face. Like he understands. He was there after all. Oh. You seem personable enough. And decent. Something will shape up, right? Ojiro says. At least you won't be called plain guy. No, just guy too angsty for his baby face. Shinso snorts. Uraraka pats Izuku's shoulder. You're a good person, Midori-kun. Whatever persona you choose will be great. Just don't call yourself Great Explosion Murder God, or whatever. Oi. Izuku laughs. What do you mean you've never had a proper conversation with him, Toshinori? Mairi sounds very dangerous. These things don't need a conversation. If they don't. Have I not hammered in any sense into your brain? You're sentimental, fine, but have a proper conversation with the boy before sending him here. He would have been good for your agency either way. Toshinori really needs to drop down the sass. He's gonna get beat up over the phone. I know what I saw in that boy, Mairi, he says softly. Don't you trust me? It's silent. And then there's a muffled sigh. Fine. Talk to him soon, Toshi. Please. Or I'm not gonna help him at all. Toshinori obliges gratefully. Thank you so much. Put the phone down, I have work to do. And then the call cuts. Toshinori got what he wanted, though. He smiles to himself. You'll be a great successor, Midoriya Izuku. I know it. Izuku had a very strong sense of annoyance. All of a sudden. Are you okay, Midoriya? Ida asks him. You flinched and spilled curry. I'm fine. Midoriya Izuku? Sit here, I'll call you up soon, Bubble Girl said with a small smile. And then rushed off to probably talk to Night Eye. Izuku was very close to just slumping into his seat and kicking the case with his costume in it far away. Can't he just go to the analysis department? Isn't that his main purpose here? Oh wait. He applied through a hero course form. The waiting room is just at the entrance, with sidekicks, analysts and a handful of police officers burying themselves in paperwork and tablets as they speed walk from one hallway to another. Izuku is soon led into an office. An underground hero, one in civilian clothing with a hoodie that looks like it hasn't been washed in a week, and, Izuku's fairly certain, a few vigilantes. Izuku waits in the sitting area, before finally, Bubble Girl leads him to an office. And he steps in and sees way too much All Might stuff. God, his eyes are burning. Izuku's walk has slowed down. He squints at the bright yellow and painful red and the tacky blue, sneers at the cringiest posters because All Might, ugh. Is that a special edition poster? That thing is so rare. How the F dash? Even All Might himself would struggle to find one. Izuku might not like him much, but he knows merch value. That man is a glorious treasure trove of good marketing. As ridiculously cliché of a hero he is, All Might knows how to smile for the camera. He smiles constantly. Goddamn, Izuku wants to steal that poster. Is it really a special edition? Yes, that is a special edition poster. Izuku's jaw drops. And he immediately shuts it and slowly pivots, turning to the man in the desk with a pensive and scary look on his face. Izuku stands straight and bows a little. This is so awkward. Horrible. Hello, Naide-san. Izuku waits for more to be said. He hugs his costume case to his chest. He even wore his regular uniform, blazer and tie properly done, not his grubby support overalls, which he did wash anyways, but still. Night Eye doesn't say anything. Izuku wants to tear his hair out. He pushes his glasses up his face, steps forward, and brings his application form out instead. I need you to sign this as confirmation? No. Huh? Izuku blinks. Sir, you were the one who accepted me, so you kind of... No. I didn't accept you. Not as a hero student. What the F is he doing here then? All Might did that. You still need to prove yourself to me. So, why? All Might? All Might. All Might. Izuku says. He wants to snap so badly. Sir Night Eye, I barely wanted to be in the hero department here. Or anywhere. Oh God, Izuku's rambling. This is him venting. He broke down in the worst possible place. Night Eye is in front of him and Izuku decides, hey, this is a great place to start my impromptu therapy session. I only signed up for analysis. And this agency was my third choice. I don't know why I was put here, or why All Might. Has he not talked to you, boy? Night Eye says. A crash as the chair he sat on pushed back and hit the wall. The man has looked up from his desk, and he's standing, stiff and anger shaking his shoulders. It's not directed at Izuku, he can feel it. No. Night Eye flinched at Izuku's answer. He was not expecting that. I haven't talked directly to All Might Sensei about anything other than classwork. He never even gives homework, and honestly, he teaches pretty badly. Who the hell let him teach an entire class, you know? That's not the point. Night Eye pinches his brow, inhales sharply, and then smacks his desk and glares at Izuku. He looks in pain. Izuku just caused Night Eye to look like he's in pain. How much do you even know? About what, Sir Night Eye? Oh my god, we're doomed. What did Izuku do? Think. Izuku thought Night Eye stopped talking to All Might. That's what he and Nizu figured out. Netsu probably knows about this already, whatever the F this arrangement is. What secret is All Might keeping? Is it the shrinking thing? Is it the sludge villain incident? Night Eye's supposed to have this weird love-hate thing with All Might, and he was there years ago when he got that injury, too. Is it the quirk? All Might, he shrivels up because of his injury. Does this have something to do with the complete vagueness of what his quirk even is? Everyone knows super strength does not cut it, he can literally fly. Was this what Netsu-san was hinting at? Oh shit, is this why that weird handsy guy from USJ? Night Eye squints and growls. You know very little and also somehow too much. Where did you get that from? Should he tell him? I saw him in school. He's the only one who calls me my boy, and the droopy hair tufts made it clear as day. Night Eye rolls his eyes. Always told him to fix his civilian disguise, but he never listens, he mutters. Night Eye sighs and paces the room. Izuku can't do anything but stand there, carefully looking at Night Eye and being as quiet as possible. Look, he then calls out. He beckons Izuku forward, pen in hand. I'm not putting you in the hero department. Clearly, you have no idea why you'd be in the hero department, and I haven't prepared for training you as a hero with your current skill set. Ouch. You'll stay in analysis until we've found more information. Night Eye signs the paper, smooth, clean signature, and stamps next to it. He slides the paper back to Izuku over the desk. Wait, seriously? Jay, just like that? I'm in. I know plenty about your analysis, and no idea about you as a hero. You have enough as your credentials for the analysis department, but you don't fit my criteria for the hero department. Don't think you'll escape. You're going to interact with the hero department a lot more. We need something on paper for your school, Night Eye mutters. This guy says stuff under his breath a lot. Sheesh. But you're gonna be kept here until we know what is up with you. The only reason I agreed to get you here was for your contribution to analysis. Eventually, we will have to tread closer to heroism. We'll talk more later. Deal? Night Eye takes a hand out for Izuku to shake. Izuku squints at the hand. And bows instead. Deal, Night Eye-san. Night Eye has an expression on his face that looks slightly like an approving smirk. The aura of an approving smirk. How can someone smirk but also not at the same time? Night Eye is so weird. The pro hero takes his hand back, brushing his suit and sitting back down. Bubble Girl will lead you to analysis. Listen to her properly. You leave this place at 6, check back here before that. Yes, sir. On cue, Bubble Girl with her horrible costume and a clipboard walks in. Midoriya-kun? This way, please. Izuku has to break into a jog to keep up with Bubble Girl's brisk walk to the analysis department. Mayuri? Everything all right? Toshinori? Uh-oh. An analysis intern? Nakoma says incredulously. Her long, elfish ears twitch, and she swivels back to her screen, long nails frantically typing over her keyboard. What's his name? Shikaku's eyes glaze over, and seem to move frantically, glancing at invisible things in the air. Then they go back to normal, and he sits up for his relaxed position when Mei swats at his legs propped on the table. Put in Midoriya, Izuku. And ouch, Mei-chan, that hurt. Your boots are dirty. Why you wearing boots? It's almost summer. The boots in question are heavy, black, leather, and accented with metal. It's called fashion, Mei-chan. Fashion. Mei rolls her eyes. I doubt punk boots and colored hair is office attire, Shikaku-kun. You have an undercut, you useless lesbian. Don't say that out loud, no one's supposed to know. What? that you shaved off part of your beautiful curly hair that reached until literally your but just to look cool for your girlfriend? Oh you, I'm sorry, please don't kill him. I found him. Itty bitty Midoriya Izuku. Holy shit, he's adorable. He looks like 8. He's 15, Nakoma. Scroll down, stop ogling the poor kid. I'm not ogling you. Midoriya Izuku, 15, joint course student at UA. Ooh, that's new. Support and hero. New addition to 1. Quirk, none. Ta. Shikaku's face twists, and Nakoma's ears twitch again. She cringes slightly in sympathy. May sighs. Got guts, then that one. He's in the waiting room, if the CCTV works. Come on, Shikaku, get yourself to look better like you're actually civilized. Hey! I'm not lying. Right this way, Midoriya-kun. You're working with a group of analysts. They started on a case manned by this agency's heroes a few hours ago. It's something along the lines of a string of robberies, I believe. Bubble Girl says, still walking. They went down a hallway, into an elevator with a man in a suit, got off at the 3rd floor. Then he had to jog after Bubble Girl. How is she so fast when she's so short? Through the analysis department, several glass rooms with bustling people, tired people, arguing people, and rooms with blurred glass so you can't see what's inside. Confidential, maybe. Analysts usually work in groups on big cases, especially during the brainstorming stage and when there aren't many heroes on the case. This one is mostly headed by the police, with the help of a sidekick from this agency and one from Ida 10. The 3 other analysts are ranging from senior to relatively professional, very friendly, don't worry. Bubble Girl flashes Izuku a smile from where she is in front of her. He smiles back. The analysis department has high ceilings and big windows up front that lets in a lot of light. Yet somehow, at the same time, it feels cozy. People aren't all wearing suits and office clothes. There are many with hoodies. There was a person with a shirt with a cat on a cell phone with the tagline, "You got games?" on it. And pajamas. Bubble Girl finally stops at a room with opaque glass walls, and turns to Izuku, a sympathetic smile on her face. Sir Knight, I was a little swift with your whole meeting, but I promise he's seen your background, and he knows you're accomplished. You'll end up getting more opportunities with the hero department, Midoriya-kun, probably talk to the interns there, too. She hands him a slip of paper. These are your account details. There should be a laptop ready for you inside. Izuku nods mutely, taking the slip of paper. Bubble Girl pats his shoulder, a swift nod and a small, good luck, before she's leaving. Izuku inhales and exhales. He looks down at his watch. It took them 40 seconds to get here. That was quick. He tries to finger brush his hair, slaps his face a little, hefts up the hero case in his hands and his backpack. Thank God he brought it, with his notebooks and old laptop in it. Can the people inside see him? It's glass after all. Is it one way? Well, shit. It's too late. Okay. Izuku takes the door and pushes it open.